Alright, how's the audio balance? I think it's... I think it's good.
Looks like there's some people in chat. Hopefully someone.
I just checked, I just listened in on it. I think it's gonna be okay.
Seems I'm not as good as this game as I thought I would be.
When I learned it for the Big 20, I was exactly as bad as I thought I'd be. I think I did a blind run and came in at like 22 minutes or something. With the Konami code.
Seems reasonable.
That's not that bad. Yeah.
Was the record like 10?
Yeah, it's just under 10 minutes now, I think.
Just under 10 minutes, Jesus.
I didn't even know that you had to hold up to run in the base sections. It just always seemed like it was automatic from the videos I watched.
It is cool how you move. It's sort of like you have to press up and then it moves you to the next like increment, and then you press up and it moves you to the next increment. But I always thought it'd be cool if they'd thrown enemies in there, like in between the levels or something like that.
Today I learned Feasel's a sadist.
Yeah, they need to make Contra harder is what I'm always saying.
It just shows up on loop 7. All of a sudden, there's just a guy with like a machine gun.
Okay.
Invincibility power always freaks me out because I'm never sure when it's gonna end.
It's really hard to tell, especially with like this flickering. I can't tell when it's on half the time.
What happened? Flash decided to crash? Yeah, I believe that's what happened. What is?
Apparently, they're running your audio feed.
What?
Uh,
Say-
Yeah, someone in chat said he's only hearing your voice, but I think maybe it was just a section where only you were talking.
I think that might be it. Right now, though, for some reason, this Flash players. There we go. Now it's responding. Alright, we'll have the video feedback for you in just a second. The bunny broke the internet.
Nice of it to crash before the show.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Now we got it.
Oh my god.
So there really is like a magic pixel where you can not get killed by fire but still hit the mouth?
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's like your knee has to be touching the left side of the third pillar.
Yeah, those little pipe things or whatever those are. Yeah, you just look at where your knee is.
That's very handy. I wish I knew about that for the race. Because then you can jump up there and really give it to him when he opens his mouth.
It's useful to know because I generally don't have spread at that point.
Oh wow, it's like 4 pixels wide. Is it only on one side of the mouth or is it on both?
I think it's on both, but it's generally
It's on
better to
both.
be on the left side when you're shooting upwards with the spread gun. If you don't have the spread
Yeah.
gun, then it doesn't matter. Okay, let me know how the audio balance is. If the music is too loud to hear the people in Skype. Who aren't talking, so you won't know.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, chat.
Is the stream up?
Hello.
I don't even see the stream as live for me.
Oh, it's live.
I see the stream.
Yeah,
Don't you
Rain's
worry.
stream is live footage of the calmest bunny. I briefly considered coming up with a parody to the DuckTales theme song that was like a speedrun parody, and then like trying to sing it as the intro to the show, and then I had that idea for like maybe about 3 seconds. I was like, no, that's stupid. That's really stupid.
So you went ahead and
I
did
really
it,
want to
right?
hear this.
No.
I really want to hear this.
Sometimes there's a fine line between excellent ideas and terrible ideas.
Oh
I
man,
don't know.
what is that? What is that? The We Are Spinal Tap documentary quote where it's a fine line really between clever and stupid. Oh, Rain is here. He's going off 4G on his phone, so he's desperately trying to conserve bandwidth. So he is. I don't think his stream is up, but he'll come live when
He'll
it's
be live when it's
time
time.
to go. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can't really see a screen behind the bunny, but it's there.
Of course, if something terrible would have happened, and like his power went out or something, we wouldn't know.
What? What's that? Get in the chopper. So you have to wait for that first like guy that pops out of the water and shoots like that exploding bullet that breaks into 3.
You can hit him, but you have to kind of time shooting and jumping towards him.
Yeah, figure out which of the platforms you're jumping from that scrolls the screen enough to make him appear. Like, it should be that you can stand on any of the platforms up to a certain one, and then once you jump from that platform, he'll spawn. At that platform, just like jump and then immediately press down right and shoot, and you should get him.
I see. Because either like have to like wait till he's done or get like sniped by him every time.
Yep. There's another one just after the platform where you get the S gun. Like the platform right after that, it's another instance where you jump and then immediately shoot down right to kill a sniper in the waterfall.
Uh-oh. Treasure Master, or wait, the moon from Treasure Master. Okay, never mind. I thought someone had queued up the moon music from DuckTales on Rainwave, and I was like, no, we're gonna get silenced again.
That's copyrighted music?
For some reason,
Apparently.
the moon music will get you muted on Twitch and all kinds of problems on YouTube. Actually, all DuckTales music will give you problems on YouTube. I don't know what it is about it.
Remember, Nasir, if you jump up closer to the mouth, the bullets will have less time to travel, and you can mash and get a bunch more shots in.
Oh,
I would, yeah. Yeah, I usually wait till it's about to open and then jump and shoot.
That's a lot smarter than what I've been doing.
Why are you guys giving him tips? I want to win.
Ugh.
Oh, we're actually being hosted by TMR.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
I hope.
Thanks for that.
Okay, jumping into the arms is a bad idea. So if you're in a safe spot and you shoot up with the normal gun, you can hit him, but if you jump and you shoot, you don't.
If you're one more pixel to the right, you can hit him even when jumping. Oh, maybe more than one more pixel to the right. There you go. Well, no,
Okay,
you have to...
It's actually really close, yeah.
It's
I
pretty
get it.
close. There's like, I think 2 pixels. Wow, 1 pixel leeway? Oh no, 2 pixels leeway, I think.
Okay.
So you know how there's like a set of 2 pipes on either side of the area right below him? There's like a pair of pipes. If you make it so your knee is, like your kneecap is just passing the inner of the 2 pipes.
Okay. Yeah, that looks about right.
I should have given you guys energy zone. It's, I think, maybe the worst level in this. Energy zone with the low percent.
Joy.
No invincibility. No S-gun for the boss.
Is that the one with like that weird heavy metal looking dude?
Yeah, heavy metal ballerina.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've really wanted someone to get like a sprite edit of when he jumps in the air and his legs are like all split apart and just put like an electric guitar in his hands.
Looks like he's rocking out. But yeah, I think probably the most annoying goal I could have given would be like levels 5 and 6 with Buster only, or Pea Shooter only.
Wait, F gun only.
F-gun. Maybe.
Laser's worse than F-gun.
Laser actually is useful in some places. In the base, the laser's
Yeah, I like
awesome,
laser.
but laser's not too bad a weapon.
Mm-mm.
How much time do we have?
20 minutes.
Okay. Oh my god, it's freaking my boss. Is there like a strat to like doing this, the base boss? Because I'm like just running around like shooting and just constantly getting sniped.
Yeah, well, it's definitely easier if you have the S-gun, but you try to... You just try to make it so you stay even with the guy. I'm not sure with the default gun what the best strat is. But usually when he's about to appear, you jump just before he appears and then start moving to the left, which is where he's going to be moving too, so you can get, during your first jump, you can get a bunch of bullets in, and then I think you dodge the flame right after that, and then jump again as he's going back the other direction, or something like that.
Are you like supposed to kill like the upper left and upper right, or are you?
You do not need to. Typically, you wouldn't in a speed run.
Okay. Getting worse and worse at this.
That's not how it's supposed to go.
Oh my god.
The next vote on Rainwave, I can choose between Afterburner, which I know has rad music, or a song called the song is called Tony Danza.
The song's called Tony Danza? Is it about Renegade?
It's
Who's the boss?
It's Eat by Eat People. I was
That's
hoping it was
Alex
by
Maurer?
Tony Danza and it was called Eat People, but
I think Eat People's an Alex Maurer album?
maybe it is a parody of Tiny Dancer.
Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm voting for it.
Oh man, distraction alert. I'm trying to look up important speedrunning stuff on YouTube, and like a list of best old Nintendo commercials popped up. And so now I'm trying to resist the urge to watch them. We had Double Dragon 2 on this show?
I think so. Luckily, we have a website where we can check that.
Right, we
sort
can.
of-
I could look this up, but it's easier to ask. You know what?
We have not.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think we have. My goodness, let's put that on the list. That's an oversight. Knee kick your way to victory. I wonder if Double Dragon 2, it should be like a no knee kick goal or something. So I feel like once you can master that, that's the only move you need. so I don't know.
Isn't the uppercut like pretty good?
Uppercut is pretty good, and it's a lot easier to do than the knee kick.
How do you do the knee kick?
You have to press both A and B at the same time as you're landing from a jump on just a certain part of your animation as you're landing from a jump. I don't know how broad the window is for it, but it's pretty tricky to get right.
Sounds like it.
And it's like if you're trying to play Devil Rising 2 at the highest level, you have to knee kick basically every enemy. There's very few other things that you do besides knee kick.
And you can chain them together too, because the knee kick
Yep.
puts you in the air, and then you land, and you can just do it again.
Right, and I think it's the fastest way to jump and move. Like, if you have to do a bunch of jumps, I think it's fastest to knee kick through them all.
Nice. Knee kick the game.
Knee kick the whole game.
It has this cool sound effect when you hit the guys.
It's like...
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm hungry. I probably should have eaten breakfast now.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna go grab a snack real fast. I'll be back.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, Fester's Quest. The Fester's Quest. That's a game we haven't had on this show, I know that, but hopefully...
Who the hell would ever pick?
Yeah, that's the that's the thing. I think every time I think of Fester's Quest for SGL, yeah, like nah, no one's gonna vote for that. It's yeah, that would probably be a good one to veto, to be honest.
Episode 50 should be all our veto bait games all together.
Yeah.
Or call it. I guess it's too late for spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning.
Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Hey.
Best of
Go.
memory.
Sorry, my phone died because I found out the cord I was using is not a good charger.
Uh-huh.
This is actually really good music.
So, I was assuming I missed the start, didn't I?
The start?
But no, there's
No.
still 10 minutes before practice is over. Because we started a bit late.
Yeah, well, this is actually relatively early for a start. It's usually around 3 that we do the voting, and then it just takes me some time to get everything set up. It's alright.
So, but we should really just, because like we said, yeah, the show starts at 4, and people are like, okay, and then we're like, oh, but the mystery game practice, so get here at 3, and then people get here at 3, and it's like, all right, check your streams and the script. Oh, the script's not working. Okay, we'll do that. And then voting is up. Okay, and it's like, why don't we just tell them to get here at 2:30?
I mean, why don't you guys just throw up voting at 2:30 and then just wait until 3 to reveal?
That's true.
It's not like half an hour of guessing is gonna help.
And just frantically practicing like 7 games. You have videos for
Of
all
which
7
you have no
games.
idea what the goal is.
Right.
Yeah. But, like every week,
You
I'm
can
like,
beat 7 games in half an hour. I think you got this.
yeah. Well, then you don't need the practice if that's the kind of person you are.
Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna drop the call for 5 minutes to get my phone more less data usage, so it charges a bit better for a hot second.
Okay.
I'm gonna start telling people to get here at 2:30. I've been meaning to start doing that. But... especially next week. One of our players for next week is like, I have to work at like 8, and our show typically ends at around 7. I was like, okay, I'll make sure we start on time for sure.
Yeah, actually, we usually finish by 6:30 at the latest. I don't think, but because we have the bonus game. Usually, we're starting to do that even before 6:30. So if we start, like, let's say we started at 4:30 at the latest. That's like 3 half-hour matches that usually, add about 5 to 10 minutes for each one for that time in between and finishing the last runs. So it's usually by about 6 p.m. that we, 6 to 6:30 p.m. that we're playing the bonus game.
Yeah, I guess I'm always thinking about the bonus game when I think about how long it is.
I kind of like having the matches start a little bit later than 4, though, just because people don't get here right away on time. They'll miss some of it. But it probably shouldn't be any later than maybe 4:15.
But anyone who doesn't come early misses all the exciting pre-show banter.
Pre-show banter.
I like that we actually put that stuff up on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I don't know, this is what we're doing. Sometimes the players have a lot to say while they're practicing. Never good things.
My first sub 3-minute time. It's a miracle. Of course, I'm gonna completely forget how to play DuckTales after this. It's like, why is it Scrooge shooting lasers?
Well, I got the bonus game figured out finally. I was trying to give you an FDS game, but I realized that the emulators don't come with the FDS BIOS by default. So I would have had to go through all that. Maybe some other time I'll have an FDS game.
And that one section in the waterfall is treacherous if you don't take care of the proper things. There's like 3 guns and guys running back and forth.
Yeah, like towards the top right after the S gun.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
really have to extend your invulnerability all the way up there.
Right. Killing that one sniper, though, the thing where you jump and then shoot down right immediately on the platform right after the S gun, that's key. Because if you do that, you should be able to just magically go right between all the bullets from those gun turrets. It just works out perfectly. As long as you get
Right.
that sniper.
Wait, what Twitch channel is this on actually? Is this on the sequence break?
Oh no, we're on speed gaming.
Oh, what?
It's our new channel.
The
Newish
channel.
channel.
I didn't know
It's
this.
a couple weeks old now. I should host it from Sunny Seasons Break. I always forget to do that. Always being the few times that we've done.
We also do other stuff on this channel. Currently we're doing tutorials for all the big 20 NES games for Best of NES. And we're working on some other stuff.
Oh, there will be some other stuff. Just you wait. Like, at some point we got to start these Thursday SGLs. That's been my first thing I was going to get to as soon as the tutorials are done. But maybe this coming Thursday we can do it. I mean, if there's enough people, if we can get 4 people who want to do it, I'll do a Thursday SGL. And that will be no week-long game, it'll just be mystery games, so you'll just have an hour to practice them.
Would that also be 4 p.m. or would it be 7 or?
No, on a Thursday it would probably be 7.
Okay, that's good because I've just started a thing that's every Thursday and ends at 3:30.
Oh yeah.
So I'd be like running home.
Yeah, no, it would probably need to start late enough that people can get home from work.
Or just be our exclusive European Thursday day challenge.
Yeah, why don't I make a decision about that when I'm gonna what time we're gonna have it, and then I'll make some I'll tweet about it and see if we can get some people interested. We may be able to do it Thursday this coming week. The tutorials are kind of winding down. We may even be finished by Thursday. We're doing Gunsmoke this evening, and Balloon Fight, and on Monday, Bram Stoker's Dracula on Tuesday, and TMNT may also be Tuesday, I'm not sure.
And then after that, I think there's 4 more games.
Yeah, then it's just Arknoid. I'm drawing a blank here. Arknoid, Trojan, Castlevania, and...
Oh, I think I was counting TMNT.
Alright. Yeah, Arknoid, Trojan, and Castlevania then. That would be the last ones. Oh, tennis. Haha, tennis.
Oh, you haven't done tennis. Okay.
Yes. That was the one. That was the other thing for Tuesday. That's right. Tuesday I think is going to be tennis after we do Dracula.
We probably should have prioritized tennis. There are some people who are like, man, fuck tennis.
Alright.
But like, we didn't really have a tennis expert either. We're kind of waiting for time for one to emerge, and then we can recruit them.
Well, we
to
just
show the rest
got
of us.
right. We just got Retro Christian to do the shows or to do the tutorial. Actually, he just got in touch with me the other day. So now we do have the tennis record holder. Plus, the longer we wait, the more we can draw from the knowledge of the people who have figured tennis out for this race.
Exactly.
All right, we'll be ready to go in just a minute.
Tennis.
Ah, yes, the Solstice title theme.
Of course. See, that should be a song that comes up every time, not RoboCop.
Yeah, it used to. Someone was sleeping on it.
Yeah, it is so catchy. Darn you, Fallen. Why do you write such good music?
I also know there's no chance that the thing I'm listening to is possibly synced with what's coming out on stream, so it's probably not a good
Yep.
idea to try.
I always have to make myself not whistle along to it or something, because it's so... half of his music is so catchy. I really like Rainwave. It's got so much good stuff on it. It's on cooldown. Well, let's hope the RoboCop title screen music is not on cooldown, because I don't think we've had an episode yet without it.
So we're like under 10 minutes left?
Well, I
You're
said
at, like,
4:15.
-3 minutes
Yeah,
left,
basically.
So
Oh,
Sorry, I
basically,
just
you got it as long as it takes feasel to
finish clicking around
Yeah.
and finishing my
dot some,
list of
dot some
tasks.
I's and cross some T's.
No, I was just setting up so we're hosted from those other channels. Alright, now let me switch over the background and we'll get going. There we go. Alright, now let me switch our game over to DuckTales 2. Everything takes a lot longer because I have to log in to the dashboard.
oh man, so bad.
You sound really confident.
I can sound as confident as I want, but it'll be slightly misplaced.
Well, you're confident that you're bad, so that's something.
Like, I won't be posting any 10-minute times, but
Alright, we got that switched over. Alright, so let's load up DuckTales 2. Rain, let me know when your stream's up.
That should be up.
Alright. Just refresh it one more time and we'll see.
my FCE UX lost its menu bar. Do you know how I get it back?
Lost the menu bar. Does the Alt key bring it back? Escape?
Does
Tilde?
not. Oh, escape does. Okay. DuckTales 2.
Alright, we got everyone. Everyone looks good. Let me see. Rain and Toad have their script running.
That's Donald Land, not DuckTales.
It's close. You loaded up Donald Land. Sorry, it's too late to change. You gotta play this game instead.
Does that mean I'm stuck with Darkwing Duck? Because I loaded that one up first.
Oh, did you? Well, Capcom, Disney, involves ducks. Close enough.
I think they're even sort of the same duck universe.
Yep, the same Duckverse.
Same
Duckverse.
Alright. And let me just bring up the goals so that I can tell people what they actually are and not fumble around for them. Oh, it's that catchy Tetris music and I want to sing along to it. I want to whistle along to it and I can't.
Just do the intro to the show in tune with the music.
Yeah, I'll fix it in post so that it lines up.
We're about to play DuckTales 2.
Alright, so ready to start this show off, I think. Welcome everyone. This is episode 40 of the Speed Gaming League. It is April 18th, 2015, and we've got some excellent players for you tonight. We've got Nasir. We've got RaneOfSOTN.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. And we've got Toad.
So,
It's
And they're
Toad's
gonna-
first appearance on the show.
Yeah, it's Toad's first time in the show. Nasir has been on before, and RaneOfSOTN has been on before, but Toad is doing it for his first time.
Fresh meat.
He's still got the chops though. He is the winner of the last NES Big 20 race. So
Oh.
don't be sleeping on Toad.
All right. So we got a couple of great games for you tonight. You're going to see 2 matches of DuckTales 2, and you're going to see 1 match of Contra, and then we're going to play the bonus game. And let's see. First match is going to be DuckTales 2, and we're about to start as soon as the players are ready.
ready to go?
1 second, sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to count you guys down. 3, 2, 1. Wait, no. False alarm. I realize I don't have the timer on the screen. I'm sorry, you guys probably want to know. I think the audience wants to know how much time they have, right? That would be important. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to count you down for real. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, good luck, guys.
Good luck,
Good
everyone.
luck, everyone.
So, the goal for this first match is to beat the Niagara stage and the Mew stage, but not including the boss of Mew, whose RNG is just out of this world terrible.
Oh yeah, he was originally in the goal, and then I was talking to Feasel, and I was like, "Hey, about this thing," and you were like, "Well, it's it's early
kind of
on,
early on.
so you can reset if it goes bad." And then we did the tutorial for it, and the experts are like, "You can literally lose a minute just for nothing, completely out of your control." And we're like, "Oh, okay, let's rethink
Not
this."
not including the anecdote of me showing the boss to Dragon Dark at one point, and him proceeding to duck fist me for a minute straight,
Yep.
shooting the fist, just straight minute. Like we both stared there. I was just holding down, and he was just throwing fists. So like, I need rocks anytime.
Yeah.
Rocks.
So we rearranged the order of the stages so that the Mew comes last, and we'll just end upon entering the boss room and not actually fighting the boss.
Oh, there are splits. I actually don't know what the splits are.
Where are the splits?
Yes.
At the top of your screen?
No, I mean,
No,
like,
you-
when
Okay.
they start splits.
Okay, I get you. I think entering the boss room and beating the boss, and then entering the next boss room. And the entering the boss room happens when the screen changes scrolling speed. You'll see when it's like in the slow scroll when that begins.
So, like, the boss is, like, completely invisible on my screen. Like, like almost the whole fight.
So I've noticed that happens on some people with emulator, that the 30 hertz flicker will make things completely invisible. It's not just a problem on streams. I mean, streams are always like that for 30 hertz flicker, but some people have that problem with just viewing their own emulator window.
Yeah, we had people on Kickmaster who were like, I can't see where the hell all
power-ups.
these drops are.
Yeah. But I don't really know how to fix that, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of did that kind of blind.
That's a pretty serious disadvantage. It's just, I can't see the boss. Luckily, they're pretty predictable.
Well, let me explain the rules of this match, just for people who haven't seen the show before. The idea is these players have 30 minutes to do as many attempts as they can of this game. They're not doing the whole game, they're just doing the majority of 2 levels in it. The goal should take just a couple minutes to complete. And they have that 30-minute period to do as many attempts as they can fit in that time. And at the end of 30 minutes, whichever player has the best time is the winner. As each of these players finishes the runs, one of the runs, they'll upload it to us, the input recording of it, and our timing referee, Arkhanno, is going to play the movies back and get the exact timing down to the frame. So the times that you see appearing in that box on the left will be the exact official times. But you can also take a look at these players' splits if you want to see the manual timing for a bit of a preview of what their official time is going to be.
And we have one run already, 2 runs already finished.
Yep, Toad finished a run, and Nasir just now finished and uploaded a run right here. So Ark is going to have those up in just a minute. But Toad's looking like just under 3 minutes for Toad, and Nasir's first run was a 3:24, give or take.
Yeah, it had a
Terrible
death just after. Luckily, it was kind of shortly after the launchpad checkpoint, but death all the same.
Yep. And usually we recommend trying to get something on the board, so it was, I think, a good move to just finish it out, given that he was close to the end. Just so there's something, because every now and then we have a situation where someone's being like a real perfectionist about their runs, and they finally get down to the end of the 30-minute period and they haven't put anything on the board. So it's good to at least get something up there.
Yeah, I particularly think of Dragon Dark when I think about that. He's very, very particular.
We've had a couple people who that was their strategy, was just to reset over absolutely everything, and it was a real nail biter.
Yeah. It's like you're either going to completely win or completely lose, and no one knows what.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see, there's not really too much to the game. There's the pogo mechanic that is back from regular DuckTales that a lot of people are familiar with. It functions pretty much exactly as it looks. New to DuckTales 2 are these, you can catch rings in the background, and they have better hit detection than the ones in Darkwing Duck, so that's good. And
got the
you
skip.
can also, the golf swing is used in more places in this game, and it does different things. There are some
I accidentally
water
went
platforms.
to 4 splits there, so just give me a second on that one.
Well,
Oh, that's fine. Yeah,
yeah,
if you
that's totally fine.
yeah, as long as your recording is fine, don't worry about where your splits
Yeah.
are. But yeah, that's cool.
I'm just letting you know if it looks weird, that's all.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'd like to point out that Nasir actually got the 1-frame Webby skip,
And then I
and then he
away.
died. But I wasn't sure if anyone was going to get the Webby skip in this. I'll point it out when someone is coming up to it, because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it saves about 2 seconds, and it is basically you jump the frame that you touch the ground. I looked at it in emulator, like going frame by frame, and the input is done
There.
3 frames before you touch the ground. So your visual cue is not necessarily, when his feet touch the ground. It's moments before, but then you factor in, the way that humans are not
Mhm.
perfect, and maybe aiming for a little bit off the ground, and you can make it work. I think the DuckTales runners said they get it like 1 every 30 tries or something.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, basically you skip talking to Webby, and save 2 seconds.
See right there, Nasir's at it right now. He didn't make the skip, and so you get that little dialogue that pops up. But he actually managed to get it a couple runs ago. So we'll see if anybody else happens to get it in a run that they keep.
Yeah, if 2 people have like really clean runs, but one person manages to get lucky, could be the deciding factor. I don't think it will be, but it's there.
It might. I mean, the players look like they've got these routes pretty optimized, but there's definitely some hesitation. There's some waiting, so there are definitely other places to go save some
The black
time.
screen for the boss split, right?
For the boss split, when it goes black, or when...
Yeah.
Did I say when stage clear, or when it goes black? Let's see.
When it goes black.
To fade out. Yep, when it goes black. Okay.
Alright, cool. I was just trying to figure it out. Otherwise, I was just going to go when I pick up the item, because that's okay for me, too.
Yeah, it's hard to hit the split at the same time you get the item, because it's sort of complicated hitting the item and then grabbing it without wasting jump time.
Well, once I have the item, it doesn't matter. Control's over, so...
Right.
I hate that jump swing.
Yeah, see what you're seeing in the top right here, this is actually, apparently this mechanic also works in DuckTales 1, and I had no idea. But when you do this golf swing, the way it works, you can do this golf swing by walking up to some object, like some solid object that you can't pass through, and you hold the D-pad so that you're walking into that object, and if you do that for a certain amount of time, you'll see his tail start to wiggle, and then you can press the attack button to swing your cane like a golf club. And you can use that to fling rocks at, you know, different places in order to reveal hidden treasures and stuff. There's all kinds of uses for it. You can use it to break open chests. But in this place, you have to actually start to do your golf swing and then jump as you're swinging. So you're doing like a in-the-air golf swing. What Nasir's doing right there. It's pretty hard to time, I would say.
It's awkward, for sure.
It's awkward, yeah.
And it's completely intended to get through the level.
Yeah, you can't get by without it. And as it's someone pointed out the other day, it's like a thing where people who are blind racing this game often get stuck because it's, you know, not obvious that you can even do that.
Yep, 20 minutes apparently is the longest someone has just kind of just been there, like, huh. And there's these other rocks there, and you think, like, well, maybe I could shoot these rocks into the other rocks, you know?
Yeah, it's like some complicated puzzle. Or then you think, well, maybe there's some sequence item. Maybe there's an item that lets you break blocks that aren't on the ground. But no, there's not. It's just a game mechanic that you're supposed to figure out for yourself.
Nasir coming in with a deathless run, cutting a hefty 16 seconds off. Still 12 away from Toad, but definitely a much better run on the board. There's also, we're not going to see it in this level, but there is a mechanic where you can swing your cane and pull on things, and it's pretty much only used to interact with things where there's like no enemies around, so it's like, why even have it in the game? But
I think they just wanted to make the game feel like it had more stuff in it, I guess. But yeah, this, like, you pull cannons and you can pull things out from the walls. I don't know, it's just for the sake of advancement. There's not anything that you do to fight enemies or fight bosses. It's just like you reach a spot where you're stuck unless you pull out this thing from the wall, and then you can proceed.
There totally could have been a boss where the only way to hit is to shoot cannons at it diagonally that you pull on.
Wow, well, we just had an update bomb here. Toad is now... We have the official times on the board here on the left. Toad is at 2:54, Rane at 3:03, and Nasir at 3:06.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
So unfortunately, there's no way to skip these floating platforms that Rane is at. You just kind of gotta do the 2 golf swings, and it takes a while to charge up the golf swing, and there's no fancy skips to get around it.
Yeah, there's no raftless method or something. Too bad.
So what do you think about bosses in this game? Like, is it, as long as your execution is solid, you're pretty much gonna get the ideal kill, or
Besides
what?
the Moo boss,
Yeah, well, not the Moo boss.
yeah, it can be pretty consistent with the other bosses. I mean, they have a little bit of RNG, but that's nothing you
Yeah,
can't.
this fire guys has like the W swoop pattern and just sort of diagonal pattern, and you can hit him twice. You know, if you're good. It's a little harder to hit him on the W, I think, but you can still do it. And also, if you have enough hits, which I think the players do because they're on easy, you can do kind of trading hits by just going up there and you take one hit so that you have your invincibility frames, and then you just kind of bounce up inside him, and the game thinks you're gonna pogo him when you finally are no longer invincible.
Yeah,
so
this
it looks kind of messy, but it's fast.
is fast, and although this boss does have, you know, some RNG, its pattern is random. It's regardless of what pattern you get, you should be able to kill him in about the same amount of time.
I guess we can talk about that bridge section the next time someone gets there, because there's some... Well, I guess the waterfall part with the logs and these birds, there's a couple little bits of finesse that are required, as opposed to just the hold right or hold left, I guess, and jump with these birds. There's a couple spots where you can do a little right left that you just saw Toad do, just to, you know, give yourself a tiny bit more time, otherwise you'll get hit by the bird. There's a couple birds where you can just jump right into them and damage boost, and it's a little easier on execution, and you really don't need the health, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of players opt to do that.
Yeah, because this is on easy mode, the difference between the modes is just how much damage you take, I guess, right? So easy mode means it takes 2 hits for every box of health. Every little dot of health you have takes 2 hits to remove. I think other than that, it's pretty much the same as normal mode.
I think maybe there are differences between easy and normal, but between normal and difficult, it's just a matter of health bars.
Oh, is it? I thought it was easy and normal that were the same, except for the health bars. And
Well,
then difficult
it's in the tutorial, so if you are curious,
I can't
you
remember.
can
One of the modes
simply-
had more than
Yeah.
just the health difference.
Yeah, and one of them is the same as
Yeah.
pretty much the same. If you're well, we have a DuckTales 2 tutorial on our Speed Gaming YouTube channel.
We sure
that
do.
I will link shortly in chat. It has a really stupid name right now because you need a certain number of subscribers before you get a name that makes any sense at all.
Right. Instead, it's like a huge string of random garbage. Excellent. Bring all the knowledge. Yeah, this is a really straightforward game to learn. I mean, I think if you're looking for if you happen to like Capcom Disney games, this is a great choice. I also like DuckTales 1. DuckTales 2, I think, was basically they left the good stuff in it, and they smoothed out a few things with the game mechanics. So I'd say that overall this is just a win-win kind of situation. I mean, they really did a good job with this game. The only bad part about it is that if you want the actual cartridge, it's pretty expensive.
Oh yeah, I think it's like in the triple digits.
I think it is a triple digits one. It is not a very common game. So,
And while the
I'm waiting
music
for
is
the
good,
day someone-
it's not quite moon level, I'd say. Sorry, what were you saying,
I'm
Rain?
waiting for the day. I was waiting for the day that someone actually, officially reproduces old carts, just because it becomes such a money farm that it's worth it.
Yeah, well, I've already
Not
seen.
just like reproductions, but like, more official ones, I guess.
I mean, I think as far as official goes, I think Nintendo wants you to just buy them on Virtual Console.
Yeah.
But there's definitely people who are making repros of hard to find games.
Yeah, like
This is,
our good friend Gamer Ryan.
Mhm.
Remember him?
Yeah, Retro Gamer Ryan, talk to that guy if you need a repro made of something. He makes and sells those on his
Yeah,
website.
I mean,
Really
he
good
started
question.
making a.
Sorry, let's finish talking about
Go ahead.
the carts.
I was just gonna say that if you're looking for something to get, I mean, Zombie Hunter's got a repro up there.
Oh, he made the repro of Zombie Hunter?
Yes.
Sweet.
Oh, thank God.
So now we can do the big Zombie Hunter race at AGDQ.
Nice. I was just going to say we have a good question in chat by someone who I think is new. Why do they reset on small mistakes?
Well,
They the run that you can see their best times are in the 3-minute range, and we give them 30 minutes to get the best run they can. So, you know, that's a lot of time to kind of craft the sort of perfect run or close to it that you really want. And on top of that, DuckTales 2 is a somewhat easy game. You know, there's no chance of dying to enemies. You can fall in a couple pits, but so you know you're gonna finish. It's just about really optimizing and fine-tuning your time. And I think as we get to the end of this match and people get some times that are really clean, you're going to see them start to reset over smaller and smaller mistakes as they try to get that time down just a little bit more and a little bit more.
Just for me, because I don't have the stream up thanks to, limited internet. What's the timer at?
we're at 10:41 right now. It's the 10:41
Yeah,
warning.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to limit my use here. Like, thank God streaming NES emulators is really cheap when you don't stream audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
256 by 224, 30 frame rate.
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like at this point Toad's definitely got the lead at 254. Hasn't improved on that first time that he submitted. So he's definitely resetting over mistakes. We'll see if he manages to get another one in before the end of this period. But we do have a tight race for second place here. So Nasir was in third and then moved up to pass Rane by 1 second. So let's see if Rane manages to come back.
I think Ark might be still timing something because
Oh, do we still have one in the hopper here?
Yeah, I just finished
Yeah.
on a plus 1.
Oh, okay.
After that update, it is today.
Toad has been practicing this game as part of the next Big 20. Just kind of a fortunate coincidence that.
Well, he had double reason to play this game this week.
Yeah. Thankfully,
I
he
wish
had
I would have remembered
started
to look at the Big
practicing.
20 list first before voting this week. That might have been helpful.
Anyway, I don't think he had a serious advantage. Like he wasn't.
No, it
practicing
wasn't one that he had
beforehand. And
that he had
yeah.
started practicing.
I didn't play until this week.
Oh my god.
I did light amounts of playing before the tutorial.
Yeah, well, it worked out nicely because we did make a tutorial of DuckTales this week, DuckTales 2 this week, so that could be helpful to the players if they watched it.
It was helpful to me. I didn't play the game before, so I need to talk about it. Need to know a little bit. So yeah, it was 2 birds with 1 stone.
Okay, so it looks like we do have an updated run from Toad, right? His time definitely went down at some point. I didn't see when it refreshed.
I need to watch his replays because I have no idea how he's saving so much time.
Well, there's a couple things. So this waterfall section right here, not stopping for that part.
There's lag on the bridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's always
Is
a
there a
little
way
lag
to
on the
minimize
bridge.
that?
By waiting a couple of frames, or at least going back.
Yeah, I see that little rock
Forward
back
again.
move about halfway.
It's less laggy than doing the pogo, so it saves time.
Huh.
You can be a little more aggressive on the boss. Obviously, if you're too early, you're gonna drop right through him while he's still invincible. But there's definitely frames to be shaved there.
My boss has been largely invisible, so it's been kind of hard to fight him.
Yeah, I think it's also just lots of small optimizations, like coming off the vines at just the right time. Also, this thing about the pogoing is you have to already be in the air to pogo. So there are some times that you might waste some time just like doing like a pre-jump so that you can pogo. There are like little things you can do to shave time off.
Jumping down pits.
Yeah, jumping down
Same physics
pits.
as Mega Man.
Yep, it's a Capcom game, so you get a little Mega Man jumping going on.
What the heck?
There's also the webby skip.
There's the Webby skip. We'll see if anyone else manages to get that. I think so far Nasir's the only guy who managed to get it.
I've gotten it, but I fell. Too
Oh, you got it in one of these
Aw.
runs? Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Alright. This is the weirdest chiptune cover I've heard in a long time. Yeah, it looks like we're seeing some more aggressive strats in this waterfall section now. I saw Rane was switching over to the no-stop strat.
Oh!
Wait for it. Whoa.
I swear, one of these days, the fact that I'm using an Xbox 360 controller is going to come back and fight me.
I think my very first SGL episode, the only controller I had was an Xbox 360 controller, and so I had the USB thing for a SNES controller like in the mail, and I was like, oh, please arrive before the show. I do not want to play Quantum Fighter with a 360 D-pad.
Well, it's not a normal 360 D-pad, but it's a mini 360 D-pad from a third party. But it's still a 360 controller. So.
Yeah, another thing that was never obvious to me the first time I played through this was that to make these rafts move, you have to golf swing against the wall to give yourself a little push. That took me a while to figure out, too.
I think one of the helpful NPCs tells you how to do it.
Oh, you mean like listening to things that characters in the game tell you? No thank you.
It's too much effort.
That's what mashing the button is for. So you don't have to listen to what they say.
No, mashing start in A. You don't mash one button, you mash two.
You mash two buttons, that's right. Start and A, alternate mashing to get through the text.
Start to complete it, A to make it advance.
And then don't press start afterwards, because then you'll end up pausing it.
And then make sure you don't mash start and A too hard in between stages so you don't revisit the stage.
Right, that can happen, that's true. We haven't seen any stage selecting errors yet in this 30-minute match. but I imagine it has happened in practice.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
DuckTales 2 music is on Ringwave. It's coming up next.
Nice.
But it's up against something that someone voted. No, never mind. It got outvoted by
I
the
guess we
person
won't
who
hear
made
it.
a request. Yeah, but then I that's probably good though, because then we'll probably would have got muted or something.
Maybe. DuckTales 2 doesn't seem to be as bad about the muting as DuckTales 1. Oh, by the way, we're at 2 minutes and 36 seconds left, so just under the time for it takes to do one run, so, factor that into your decision making. What is going to happen when the timer runs out is that the players will be able to finish whatever run they're working on, but they won't be able to reset anymore once the timer is expired. So we'll be in sudden death mode at that point, and I'm going to give them a little warning before that happens, so that they can do a reset before that point if they need to. But anyway, yeah,
the players will be like, "I'm gonna do it," and then like pit 2 seconds later, and just ugh.
well, that often happens. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, last chance. Oops, screwed up on the first enemy. But we'll see.
That's my last chance. I just played just to drag out time.
So yeah, we have Rane's. By the way, Rane is now in second place. He overtook Nasir by 1 second.
Webby skip.
Got the Webby skip though.
I'm sure I'll screw up something else.
Let's see if you can capitalize and get a super good run there. It's really hard getting off these ropes. I definitely struggled with it because I think as long as you're holding up, he just won't get off.
Yeah.
So if you're a player who, like me, has maybe gigantic thumbs or whatever, moving from your D-pad from up to right or left, I tend to also
Alright.
still be holding
Now
up.
think of this with like a normal 360 D-pad with kind of changed. I get a lot of downs and ups in my inputs. It's really
Yeah.
I'm
So
assuming
when
reset time's
you
over.
just end up just sitting there on the rope,
What?
just looking pretty.
Are we at last call yet?
No, we're not yet. You got another 35 seconds. I'll let you know.
No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a Webby skip in 30 seconds. Unless I screw up right away, and then I'll get one more shot, but I don't think so.
Toad is 2 seconds ahead, which is pretty much the same run as before with the Webby skip. See if you can close it out.
All right,
Full
so
boss
time is now elapsed, or is now expired. So if you want to reset, please do so now. Okay. Window of opportunity is closed. So now the players are stuck with the runs that they are playing. Looks like nobody chose to reset.
Iron's over. That sinker. Well, that one's done.
Oh, he died. Ouch. Ouch.
It's weird that the game lets you stand up, get stuck in the wall, and die.
Yeah, you stand up while you're under there and your head gets stuck in the ceiling and you get pushed right off it. That just seems unfair. Alright, but we've got Nasir who's fighting for at least second place. And Toad just finished a PB run, so that's going to be about a 253, just under 253. Nice.
Oh crap.
Wow.
That's it.
Oh, that ring. Yeah, the rings are tricky. Trickier than they look. You were actually saying, Mythical, that you thought that these rings were better than the ones in Darkwing Duck?
I think so, yeah. The
'Cause-
Darkwing
I'd
Duck ones
agree.
are weird because you can grab them at different parts of the ring, and it's kind of random. But yeah, these are a little awkward still, for sure.
Yeah, once you grab the ring in this, it always puts you in a fixed location. Whereas in Darkwing Duck, the spot that you touch the ring is where you jump from. So sometimes you can make a jump from a ring, and sometimes you can't, based on where you're grabbing it. All right. Well, let's see. There was one more run that Arkhanno is timing right now, the Toad's final run. But either way. Oh wait, he just updated it. All right, there we go. Yeah, 2:52:57 is Toad's top time, and RaneOfSOTN took second place here with a 2:59.2, and Nasir was just 1 second behind him with 3 minutes .21. All right.
Good job, Toad.
Yeah, nice going.
Thank you.
This guy must have spent all week practicing.
I got really lucky on the last run with the webby skip, and I got the 1 pixel jump on the plant on move stage.
That's the red plant that you'd have to jump over right before you go down that vine. Yeah, that is a tricky one. Cool. All right, well, so that's it for DuckTales 2. We'll have another match for DuckTales 2 coming up a little bit later. Match 3 will be DuckTales 2 again, and it'll be a different goal than what you just saw, so we'll see some new levels. But for now, we are going over to Contra. Contra, for the second match, Contra's our mystery game. It was revealed to the players just 1 hour before the matches started, so they had that long to practice it, as opposed to DuckTales 2, which they had all week to work on.
And all 3 players ranked Contra as the highest game of the list we gave them.
Right, they really wanted Contra more than some of the other choices, which I thought were all great choices, so it must have been a hard decision.
Silence.
Yeah,
The silence of disagreement. I think there were some good games in there. Let me just go
A few
ahead.
games in there I haven't played
I'm not
at
going
all.
to read them out or anything.
Right. No, I actually went and researched it this time for... Normally I just, like, pick the games arbitrarily from the pool of things we have, but I actually looked back at what you guys had vetoed in the past to make sure there weren't any games that you'd vetoed that made it in this time. So they should all be ones, well, that you at least didn't put ranked last or second last on any of your votes.
Everyone actually had kind of like minds all the way up and down.
Yeah, there was a few exceptions where people really disagreed on the games, but those were only for a few of them. Anyway, so we're just waiting for the player... Oh, it looks like everyone's got their scripts running. And they're reacclimating to Contra. Sometimes it's hard switching between games with very different play styles, so it usually takes a minute to get your Contra legs back. Alright.
Get your spread rhythm back.
Get your spread rhythm.
We can talk all about.
Sounds kind of dirty if you don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do you think? Should we just start this match off, or...?
I'm ready.
Yeah, don't even count it down. Just
Don't even
yell
count it down?
Go!
Just
I
go.
hope you've already started, because we're going. Alright,
Got,
let's...
25 minutes left. There we go.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's do it, I guess. Everyone ready to go?
Yep.
Yep.
Anybody not ready? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna count you guys down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Get to mashing.
Start mashing. Okay, so the goal for this is areas 2 and 3 of Contra. Now, Area 2 is the base level. It's the first of the 2 base levels, and it is it's a big break in gameplay from the way the rest of the game works. They're trying to go for this 3D perspective so that you're, you know, this as well as the NES can simulate the 3D perspective. And then it's not terrible. For its time, it was actually pretty interesting.
Absolutely.
Mode 7 was not invented yet.
Right. No Mode 7, no. And then they're going to be doing the waterfall stage, which is stage 3. So it'll be those 2 stages back to back. Let me see. Optimizing the base levels. It's pretty obvious that you have to hit the targets. Like as soon as the targets are open, you should always be shooting one. I mean, if you're doing things right, you need to always be hitting targets as long as they're open. Sometimes it takes time for the target to appear. It's only those circular things that are the actual targets. There's also gun turrets that are attached to the walls, and you don't need to kill them. Those are optional. You don't need to kill any of the enemies or any of the stuff that's rolling along the ground or whatever, but sometimes it does help to do that. But the thing about Contra speedrunning that you have to understand is the way the spread gun rhythm works. So what happens with spread gun is you can get 10 bullets on the screen at once. And whenever you press the button, the game counts how many spread bullets are still on the screen. If that number is less than 10, then put that many bullets, and then add that many bullets coming out of the tip of the gun, with a maximum of 5. So in general, if you're just hitting the B button over and over again, you're going to see a burst of 5, and then another burst of 5, and then nothing until one of those bursts of 5 goes off the screen. On the base levels, because it's a little bit harder to get a perfect set of 5 every time on the platforming levels. But in the base levels, it'll be a burst of 5, then another burst of 5. What happens is sometimes one of those 5 bullets will collide with an enemy or collide with something like one of the things rolling along the ground or something in the background, and that bullet will disappear before all the rest of the bullets have collided with the walls. So if you press the B button again during that very small window where one of the bullets has disappeared but not the rest of them from that volley, then the next time you press the B button, just one bullet will come out of the gun. And if you can time things just right, you can make it so instead of shooting 2 volleys of 5 each, you can shoot like a volley of 2 and 2 and 3, 2, 2, 3 or something. Or, various combinations. Sometimes if you do it right, you can get just 1 and 2 bullets coming out. It kind of looks like it's a machine gun or a double machine gun or something. But it's all about just mashing at the right speed so that you're firing a new bullet just as one of the bullets from the previous cluster is hitting. And if you slow down your mashing too much at any point in time, you end up losing the rhythm and you go back to the default spread rhythm. So you'll see these guys shooting in between the rooms of the base stage, just in order to keep that rhythm up, because as soon as you let go and the bullets go off the screen, you've ruined it. For that reason, they're also going to want to try to avoid running into the electric barriers. Electric barriers don't hurt you, and in fact, if you want to, at the end of the stage, move up, or at the end of the room, to move up to the next room as soon as possible, you want to hold up, and as soon as the electric barricade goes away, you'll be able to start walking. But that actually ruins your spread rhythm, so that's why they're not going to do that in most of these rooms.
I should mention that you're something of an expert on Contra, feasel.
I wouldn't say expert compared to I used to run Contra, but now the level of play in Contra is just out of control. So
Sure.
there are some true experts to this game.
But in terms of knowledge, you know what's going on.
I like to think I do, sure. The boss.
Yeah, so that you could just talk about all of it, and I will watch in awe.
Well, okay,
Tell me
so
about the boss.
Tell you about the boss. All right. When you get to the boss of stage 2 of this base stage, you see there's like 6 squares, and 4 of those 6 squares have little red circles, and those are the only things that you need to kill. You don't need to kill the gun turrets in the top right of the boss room. Only the 4 red circles, and that makes the boss appear. It's possible to kill the boss before he even makes his way across the screen once. Like, just get him on the first cycle. It is possible, but it's very tricky.
I would always try to jump up so that you get next to him and there's less travel time between you and the bullets so that you can shoot more bullets faster. But I don't think I ever pulled it off without jumping up into a bullet. I don't know. Just something about the timing window. You dodge one set and you think, alright, now I'm gonna do it, and it's just enough for the next volley to come out. I'm bad at Contra.
Yeah, the boss is all on a fixed timer. Everything at the Stage 2 boss is on a fixed timer, so as long as you have a pattern, it'll work every time. And you just sort of have to time it so that the fire rings that he shoots don't hit you. Wow, Toad with a very, very near death on that boss. I think that fireball was right about to collide with him when he finally killed the mouth.
Yeah, it was.
The boss of the waterfall stage, he has those 2 arms and then the mouth. The mouth will stay open longer if you've killed the 2 arms, so a speedrun always wants to kill both arms before going after the mouth, but you don't have to kill the arms. If you happen to have missed one of the arms, it's maybe in your best interest to just start shooting the mouth and ignore the other arm, assuming you don't get hit by its fireballs. The strategy that Rane used on that base boss that happened just a second ago is, I think, a very good one for this goal, for someone who's, just picking this game up as the mystery game and hasn't really been grinding out practice on it. Nice and safe, just do a couple of jumps sort of in the center where you're... towards the center where you're, able to avoid getting shot by the gun turrets. Because you don't want to lose the spread gun at any point in this goal. You're going to definitely lose some time. There's a relatively quick... there's an S-gun pickup in the waterfall stage that doesn't cost you any time to get, but it's a bit harder getting up to that point without having to hesitate if you don't have the S-gun. Oh man, so much stuff is happening right now. I just saw Rane got one of the glitch jumps, I think. So the way it works in this waterfall stage is that there are some ledges where you can reach them and sometimes you can't, and it's all based on like some sub-pixel something that's happening. Nobody really has a good explanation of how to set it up so that you can do it consistently, but sometimes like the very peak of your jump is just enough to get you up to another ledge, and sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. So when you get it, that's a small time savings, but it's the kind of thing that even the top tier runners aren't including in part of their route. They just, if they get it, it's a bonus. But
yeah, are there ways to kind of set things up so that if you go for it and you don't get it, you're still not losing time?
I mean, last I checked, there was no like setup for giving yourself a better than average chance of getting it. As far as like whether you're going to lose time or not, I don't know.
Yeah, otherwise that'd be, like you said, like just bonus.
Yeah, like if you try, I wouldn't go out of your way. I wouldn't try to, make your route slower, should you miss it. I would just, if you happen to get it, just be aware. Because there are some places where even just through the normal route, you will sometimes end up on a ledge that you hadn't expected.
That invincibility tantalizingly close for Nasir, but
Yeah.
just out of reach.
Oh, man.
Yeah, usually the best thing is just to hesitate for a moment and then jump and shoot downward to get the bee, so it's right on top of you when you collect it. But those flames, you actually don't need the invincibility, and those flames right there, if you wanted to go all out and do a top tier speedrun, you would actually not even stop on that platform with those flames. From the platform right below where those flames are, you can actually jump up onto the platform with the flames and jump over the first flame all in one jump. And that's the fastest way, but it is kind of a tight jump. It's not like a frame perfect jump or anything like that, but I probably wouldn't be attempting it in this if it wasn't, given that this is not the first stage that you're doing in the goal. But see, right where Toad is at right now, he stopped to shoot down to get that bee, but he could have just jumped up over that flame and kept going, and you can get the bee later on instead.
This waterfall stage is, I think this is a good pick for SGL because you're always jumping. Every time you spend, frames on the ground not jumping is time lost. So there's always a way to go just a little faster.
Yeah, a lot of the stages in this game are pretty much static. What kind of time you're going to get, it's always going to be very similar just because you're limited by how fast the screen moves. Like level 1, for instance, the screen doesn't stop scrolling at all. Most of the other stages have a little bit of stoppage in them. I'm thinking every other stage has some stoppage besides the final stage, excluding the mini-boss at the beginning of it. But vertical levels in general are like that, and this game especially, is you're going to see a lot of variation in time just due to how quickly they respond to landing on the platform and then jumping again. So frames to be saved all over the place in the waterfall level.
Yep, and you can kind of mash jump, and that'll probably do pretty good, but it's certainly not an easy thing to mash jump and also kind of alternately mash.
Yeah, you're also mashing the B
to a rhythm while aiming in 3-4 different directions.
So, Rane, you know that you can kill that sniper that just got you there?
Oh, he might have.
Oh, he's not in the call. Oh, shoot. I was going to tell him. I told some of these other guys during practice, but I don't know if he got that message. Okay, but that sniper that killed him right there, that's popping his head out of the waterfall, you'll see that there's snipers that hide in the waterfall. In a few places, they'll shoot as once the screen scrolls past a certain point. And you can actually kill the sniper by jumping and then immediately pressing down right and shoot. And just as the screen scrolls, he'll pop his head out and then get killed before he gets a chance to fire his shots. But that's pretty important. There's 2 places in the waterfall level where you want to do that in order to not have to stop.
So how are those sniper guys? Like, it's a waterfall.
They're just like hiding behind the waterfall?
They're
I
just
don't know.
there. Are they swimming up really fast?
I don't know.
Think about it. That's what I have to input to the
Good
Contra
commentary.
Commentary, yeah.
I don't know.
What is the deal with the snipers?
Okay, let's see. A couple different things about the weapons. They are starting with the S gun, and they're also starting with the R power-up. The R power-up increases the speed of your bullets. If you ever play, sometimes people have trouble telling if the R power-up is active or not. It doesn't seem like it does much. You may have played through this game casually and thought that power-up did basically nothing. But in the base stages, you really notice, because your bullets, if you don't have the R power-up, your bullets are so painfully slow, and it makes a huge difference. They're starting with the S gun and the R gun. And the R upgrade to that gun. So, pretty important.
Sorry, time check?
Time check. It is just over 16 minutes left on the clock.
Still a fair chunk of time.
Yep. So far we got 2 people with runs in. Toad's got a 224 and Nasir with the 315.
What are the other Contra weapons that you don't, even if you have seen a lot of speedruns of this game, there's a couple weapons you probably don't know much about.
Yeah, well, the simplest one is the machine gun. It's just like your normal gun, except that you can just hold the button in and it'll keep firing. Machine gun actually sucks because it fires at a slower rate than you could fire even if you're a terrible masher. So you actually don't ever want the machine gun in a speedrun, because even the worst masher can fire just the default gun faster than the machine gun. So you won't bother with that. Although it's a nice, easy weapon if you just don't feel like mashing. The laser is actually helpful. The base stages with the laser are faster than the S-gun. In fact, the S-gun is one of the worst guns for doing the base stages quickly, just because you're limited how many bullets you can have. You only 2 volleys until you get that rhythm set up. I believe even the pea shooter, even just the default weapon, is considerably faster to do these, if you're, assuming you're good at using the basic gun.
Huh, I did not know that.
I believe so. I mean, it's easier to wipe out the enemies and, clear things out, but if you can send a whole volley of pea shooter bullets, all at once. So it actually makes things go a bit quicker.
There's also fire.
Then there's the fire gun, and that works a little bit differently in the base stages than it does in the side-scrolling stages. But it is basically like a like an arc of fire. It's like a circle that spins around, and it's meant to have like a large area of effect. It's sort of like a slow-moving bullet that you don't have to aim very well with, but it's so slow-moving, and it's so hard to aim at a small target that it's not a very good weapon to use. It's just not very precise. So it's sort of a joke. It's maybe the hardest gun to beat the game with. Some people say they don't like laser just because of the way it works. The way laser works is like it's this one long beam, but it actually counts as if it's like 4 bullets. The laser is made up of these 4 little sections, and each one's is a separate bullet. So laser is essentially the same as if you were to just, hit the B button 4 times really quickly in succession.
It also kind of comes out weird. Like when you fire another laser, the other laser just completely disappears.
Yeah, that's the other problem with it, is you fire, as soon as you fire another laser, it just erases the previous laser regardless of where it is. So that you definitely don't want to mash. But it is nice if you want to fire a whole bunch of bullets all at the same with the same trajectory, which is what you want in the base stages.
Yeah, it actually, if you get the rapid fire on the laser and mash, you end up with like a sort of lightsaber effect where you just have this laser sticking out from your gun wherever you point it.
Yeah, it's essentially like a melee weapon. If you just keep mashing the button with the laser, yeah, you just have this like laser that's continually like sticking out of the front of your gun, and you can just walk around and run into things with it and kill them.
While it makes the worst sound ever.
Oh god, yeah, it makes a terrible noise. but yeah, that's what laser does. Are there other guns? I can't remember. There's got to be something else, right?
There's no.
No, that's it.
There's the screen clearing bomb thing.
Yeah, there's other things, right? There's a bomb that clears everything on the screen. I don't think there's any of those in this goal anywhere. And there's also an invincibility. That's the B, the letter B, and it just is invincibility that lasts for a fixed amount of time. Very helpful in this waterfall stage, but not required. These base stages all have... Sorry, go on.
No, I'm just gonna, biting commentary. Why the letter B for invincibility?
Barrier is what people say. I don't know if that's what the instruction manual says, but barrier is the best answer to that I've heard.
That sounds good. You were saying something about the base stages.
Right. The base stages have power-ups in them. You just are not going to stick around long enough to get them. Each of these rooms, if you... I don't think all of them, actually. I think there may be some that don't. But in most of these rooms, if you wait around long enough, you'll see a red guy will pop out, and you shoot the red guy, and the power-up comes out of him. So if you're truly desperate, you can wait around for the red guy if you know which one it's going to be. But yeah, you won't, in a speedrun, ever wait around long enough for the red guy to appear. Nasir was getting some excellent spread rhythm going there.
I noticed that.
Like when he's firing, it looks almost like it's a rapid fire machine gun. He's just getting like the stream, the single bullet stream. That's hard to do.
So why is the spread gun so good for the speedrun? Like, does each bullet do more damage than the others, so that when you do the spread rhythm, you're kind of doing more damage than they were intending you to deal with it, or?
I suppose so. It's just that you're shooting more bullets. It shoots the most bullets at once out of all the weapons.
You can just spam the hell out of it. And...
Well, I mean, everyone likes it because you don't have to
blank,
aim.
Right, then it's...
Yeah, you don't have to aim
Then
either.
it's just 5 every button press. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Point blank with the S gun. Yeah, it's instant destruction basically. But the in the bases, the spread gun rhythm, it lets you just fire more bullets than... I mean, in any of the stages, lets you fire more bullets than any of the other guns. So you can have 10 on the screen. I think the limits for the pea shooter is like 3 or 4. 4, is it? Something like that.
I feel like I've heard that the sound effect of the bullet, like ding ding ding, I feel like I hear it in series of 4, so I want to say you're right.
Right. Oh, I didn't change the game. It still looks like we're playing DuckTales 2. In case anyone couldn't recognize Contra.
I tried to change it.
I tried to also. Apparently it didn't take. I'll have to log in and do it again. Alright, we've got just under 9 minutes left on the clock. So far, Toad has commanding lead. Nasir's got some excellent excellent base 2 skills going on, or base 1 skills going on.
Up until the boss.
Up until the boss.
Yeah.
Boss is tough.
Hey, there, it finally changed. Good. Cool. This last room, that one that you see in the upper left corner right now, this target on the wall can't actually be shot for the first several seconds. It can't. It's invincible for, I don't even know, it's like 5 seconds or something like that, 4 seconds. But you need to.
Oh, the one
wait.
before the boss?
Yep, that big ornate target before the last one before the boss, you actually can't hurt it at first.
Oh.
So there's enough time to walk to one side, kill the gun turret, and possibly walk to the other side and kill the other gun turret, and then start firing at it.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I always wondered about that because I would see the speedrunners do it.
Yeah, you'll notice that it doesn't make any sounds when you shoot it at first, and then after a couple seconds, then you'll start to hear the pew pew sound.
No, I have like my sound kind of off, so I never actually noticed.
Yeah, I don't play with sound when I'm playing this game. It's not really that important. You just get used to the general timing of it.
If you were, that's my...
Looks like we're sort of getting down to it. My video has to play an ad before I can see how much time left, so a little less than 7 minutes, I think. At the risk of jinxing him, I'm gonna point out that Rane is well on his way to finally finishing a run. Oh wow, that was a nice dodge there. He's gonna have to do real well to catch Toad, but as long as he oh well. He's got the pea shooter, but I think he can still get it done before that 314.
And he found the magic spot. So there's a place where you can just shoot straight upwards and jump and shoot straight upwards and kill that boss. But yeah, he's got a 244 run that just came in, so that will be good for second place.
I'm sure he feels a lot better having something on the board
Absolutely.
with only 6 minutes left.
Yes. So personally, I think that the waterfall is a harder stage than the base. But the boss of the base stage, you can definitely lose a lot of time on it if you don't, if you don't get him on his first cycle. Because then you have to start worrying about, what are the gun turrets going to do? Because usually, you get used to the pattern of the gun turrets the first time they fire, maybe the second time they fire. But if you got to stick around much longer than that, then it's just sort of, you got a lot of stuff to deal with, and it's not a pattern you're used to.
Yeah, I definitely would have had a save state for the base boss if I was practicing this, because during the Big 20 race, because I was like, I'm just gonna die through Contra. I'm not gonna put much practice time into it. I'm just gonna Konami code die through it, and that was my plan. So I never really went deep on it. But if I was, I definitely would have had a save state there, because it was just, I don't know, I just couldn't keep track of it. Whatever part of your brain that just kind of keeps track of patterns was completely overwhelmed by this base boss.
Yeah, part of the problem is that you need to take out those 4 targets before the boss appears. And the gun turrets are on a cycle that goes from when you enter the boss room. So based on the amount of time that it takes you to wipe out those 4 targets, you're going to be at a different part in that gun turret cycle. So it's, unless you're really consistent with how you wipe those targets out, you're going to have to time your jumps a little bit differently for the actual, main part of the boss.
Exactly.
Yeah, the way I don't know, I've seen lots of different ways of doing it, but the way I usually kill those 4 targets is I stay sort of to one side, and then as soon as I see them flip in place so that they spawn, then I just kind of like do one sweep across from left to right or from right to left and try to take them out in one pass. But really just the key is taking them out consistently so that once the boss appears, the top part of the boss appears, you know where the gun turrets are going to be.
Absolutely. That frees you up to really focus on landing your shots on him, because if you miss a shot on the boss, your bullets are going to travel all the way to the edge of the screen,
Yeah.
and that whole time you're not using them to deal damage.
Right, and then, the longer that fight goes on, the more those rings of fire are going to get in your way, and it's a bad scene.
That said, Nasir takes the boss out, somewhat quickly. He's still a little bit, he's about 4 seconds behind Rane, but he has got to the waterfall stage. Someone is laughing. That's
And now
bad.
we see why.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the boss of this stage is not one that you want to do without the S-gun. I would much rather do the boss of the base 2 stage without the S-gun than this one. It's a lot slower.
That spot where he died is very tough. There's like 3 turrets or something, and if you don't take out any of them along the way, one of them is going to put a bullet in a spot where you don't want a bullet to be. Like your chest.
Yeah, that's one place I wouldn't want a bullet. Alright, we're just under 2 minutes left on the clock. Everyone's got a run on the board. Looks good so far. Toad with a 224 in first place. RaneOfSOTN with a 244 in second place. And Nasir with a 315 in third place.
Yeah, the spread of times just goes to show you how long it takes to become proficient at Contra. I bet these times would come down and down and down if we gave them 2, 3, 4 hours, I don't think they would really start to bump up against the ceiling of their abilities until much later.
The Shatterhand music is on. Have we had Shatterhand? I can't remember now anymore.
I was actually on that show.
You were? Okay.
Yes.
We did, and it was a main game, right?
Yes. That was a good episode,
Yep.
actually.
I'm remembering now. It's gradually coming back to me.
Mid-boss, needle, and sets.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Needle killed that episode, though.
Yeah, we got to get him back on.
Lost to mid-boss and Felix the Cat, but he won the big 4-way race.
All right, we're getting down to it. Pretty close. Can you type into the chat to Rane that now it's time for the reset? Myth?
Skype or...
Yeah.
No, I got it.
Oh, he got it. Cool. All right, so now it's time for last call for resets. Now's your chance to do it if you want to. Okay, window of opportunity closed. So now everyone is stuck with the run they've got. No more resets are allowed, but they can finish out the run they're currently working on.
Alright. Enough of that.
We should get Needle back on the show. We should get lots of people back on the show, and including people who haven't been on the show. We accept players of all skill levels. even though at the end of the day it is a competition. um, we like to have fun too. So if you want to come have some fun, then you should totally be a player.
All right. Looks like Nasir gave up on Contra. He's done, and let me see. Rane's still going. I'm not sure that I see a sub 224 for him, but definitely you want to get the best run you can onto that scoreboard for posterity.
That's true. Maybe one day in the future we reuse Contra.
Yep, every time
Say,
and then
hey, what did
we
the
do.
players get last time?
Mm-hmm. Well, once we get the Thursday SGLs going, a lot of these goals are going to get more people playing them. So at that point, I'll probably have to set it up so that we can see like a leaderboard of best times per goal.
Oh yeah, that'd be really cool.
But it looks like all of our players have concluded their runs, and so the times that you see there are the final times. Toad takes first place, Rane takes second, and Nasir takes third.
How did you guys find Contra?
Should have picked Moon Crystal.
Should have been. Well, yeah.
Enjoyable.
Contra's a fun game. Come on, how can you not like it?
I get fine when I'm not like racing and sucking at it.
I don't think I did too bad for Contra, but I was trying not to die. That was my big thing the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you guys all had the 30 lives, but it's not like that matters too much in this context, because if you die and you lose your gun, it's pretty much going to be a reset for you anyway.
Yep, Contra's definitely one of those games where going fast and not dying don't go well together.
Sounds like a great speed game, though. But yeah, it's a one-hit death game, so what do you expect? Alright, we're switching over to DuckTales now for our third and final match. There we go. And I just realized that we had the wrong icon up, the wrong thumbnail up for Contra. That was a different Contra game. Oops.
Changes saved. We are officially playing DuckTales 2 again. So all those DuckTales 2 watchers on Twitch will be able to find us.
Yeah.
I wonder if we should not like use one of those other tags that are like retro, and then people who want to see anything that retro would find us. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. There's also, I think you can also say NES too, or something like that. Like they recently added some general categories like retro, and I think they also had NES games or something is one of them. But sometimes we do Super Nintendo games on here too. Although people tend to pick NES games. Like, I definitely put both SNES and NES games in the pool, but NES games are just way more popular among people. On this show, at least. Okay.
I don't know why the bosses keep going invisible on my screen. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, some people, it's just like that all the time on emulators with them. It may be refresh rate of your monitor. I don't know.
Oh well.
Okay, so I think we're gonna get started on this third match. It looks like everyone's acclimated to DuckTales again. Okay, is there anybody who's not ready to go here?
No,
Ready?
I'm good.
Alrighty. Well, then I'm gonna count you guys off. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm sorry, Feasel. I hit that like 0.5 seconds early. Can you dock me later?
0.5 seconds?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So if it's like a world record time, we're disqualifying it, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
no, he's disqualified regardless, completely.
Oh,
And he will not be allowed back on the show. Feasel, cut the stream. Just cut it.
That's it. Oh goodness.
So what does that mean for my roommate?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
he-
We're gonna
quote-unquote, your
IP ban you, so
roommate.
unfortunately we'll have to replace Dragon Dark next week.
right, your roommate.
Doug.
So the goal this time, it's Scotland and then Egypt. So you're seeing this castle-y level right here is Scotland. This is a pretty big level. There's lots of different ways to go. One of the things that's very different about DuckTales 2 versus DuckTales 1 is the levels are a lot more non-linear. And they're definitely meant for you to go back and replay the level and search for stuff that you've missed. I mean, technically you can do that in DuckTales 1, I think, as well, but DuckTales 2, there's just a lot more stuff that you wouldn't get your first pass through the level. And it's
I
even
think
got
there's
a
a lot of secrets too.
right, yeah, it's got a secret ending, it's got an extra level that you can play, and there's just a lot to it. It would be cool someday to do a goal of this where it's like collecting something, like collect all large treasure chests in a certain level or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it would be cool to see some parts of this game that you don't normally see in an any percent run.
There are 100% runs of this game, though, I think.
Yes, good ending. It's not, I don't know if it's 100% run, but there's good ending runs, which means you have to collect all the map pieces and then beat the pirate ship. But there are some things that are just like treasures that are for points, but you have
That's
to go
true.
and solve some puzzle or whatever to go get it. So maybe including some of that in a goal would be fun.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it might
you
even,
actually have pulling this level too. I
There's
actually
pulling.
mentioned it before.
There it is.
There it is. You actually used that game mechanic. Wow. So I know a lot of people play DuckTales 1, but I'm just wondering how many of the people who are in the chat right now, or people who are watching this right now, are familiar with DuckTales 2. Because I didn't even know this existed when I was a kid. I mean, obviously DuckTales I'd played a bunch, but DuckTales 2 I just didn't really see. And we've already mentioned that it's one of the more expensive carts. It's kind of rare.
Yeah, back when I was a wee kid and I lived in a trailer park a long time ago, my brothers and I had to hawk our copies of DuckTales and DuckTales 2.
Oh
Because we
no.
wanted money for other games, so we sold DuckTales and DuckTales 2.
Little did
Yep,
you know
I-
that if you just waited 25 years, you could have
Yeah.
you could have bought 10 games with that.
But I think one game back when you're a kid is worth more than like 20 games when you're an adult.
You're not so much about the delayed gratification thing when you're a
Yeah.
kid. Yeah, probably not.
I forgot this is 4 splits, but I just sent it something that is
It's 3 splits.
It's 4 splits.
4.
4. It's
It's
4
4.
splits. You're right.
Contrary to what you may have heard just now.
It's actually 4.
Yeah, the first one was 4, but we switched to 3.
It was to
because we
3,
got the
that's
blue
right.
boss. Ah,
Okay.
lag is not letting me jump.
Yeah, the lag will eat input, won't it?
Oh yeah. Moving platforms in this game are bullshit, basically. They lag the game, just inherently. I don't know.
Mhm.
And when the game lags, your inputs can be dropped. So actually, a trick you can use is pogo. Pogo on the moving platforms, and you will always be jumping. Of course, you need to jump once to start pogoing, so it's a little tricky. But that is something you can do to kind of up your consistency.
Yeah, so it looks like a lot of the people in our viewers here have pretty much the same experience of, you know, they played the first one but didn't know that this was a thing until they became adults and got exposed to all this on the internet.
Or SGL.
Through SGL, well, through a lot of things. I mean, I think I first saw this because
Yeah, well,
someone was racing.
I never remembered much.
Yeah.
I thought this was an episode of Nintendo Power.
I knew about this because I was a kid. I just don't. I never remembered much about DuckTales. I didn't play it that much.
Yeah.
Because while I did have a console and a system, it was actually my parents that kept it in their room. So you basically had to, you know,
Right.
your parents basically had to let you play. And we all know how that works out when you're a kid.
Right.
They're like, go outside, and you're like, but I'm not blind.
But outside doesn't have video
Jordan.
games.
Yep.
Correct quote.
Yeah.
My mom
Yeah.
constantly had the struggle to force us to play outside.
My parents never made me go outside to play, and I turned out just fine. I got to just play video games nonstop. Why not?
I don't know.
La-dee-da.
Get that webcam. Looking at that webcam, Feasel, you don't look so good.
No, it's an improvement. I used to be just 1 pixel when I was a kid.
If you had gone out into the sun, maybe you wouldn't be so blue and purple.
Right? Knew about it, but never had it for sale. Yeah, I mean, I used to rent games, and I don't even know if I ever saw this on the rental shelf, so... Because I definitely would have snagged it if I saw it there. Yeah, interesting that, someone mentioned DuckTales Remastered. The game actually... A slight difference in the controls of this game is that you don't have to hold down to pogo. You just jump in the air and then press the B button and you pogo, which is the way it works in Remastered and in this game. But this is where that was introduced. Because that was always one of the harder things for me, I think, in DuckTales 1, just getting the timing of the pogo when you had to hit down and B to make it work. Just more buttons to press. More
Yeah,
things
that's
that
true.
can go
It's
wrong.
not like regular B in the air did anything else.
Right. It's not like it was an overloaded thing that they had to be careful to disambiguate it from other things you want to do. It's like just unnecessary. I think it's just they wanted it to feel like you were doing something down-ish, you know? Because the pogo comes out below you, so it must have just felt right to the one person who playtested this, or to playtested DuckTales 1.
And I'm sure it was just one person.
Oh yeah. It's usually like one of the programmers about 8 hours before they're supposed to ship the game.
I don't think we've talked too much about the levels.
Yeah.
In Scotland, there's these rings that Toad is coming up to, where there's a
Not
nifty
anymore.
little thing you can do. Yeah, I was like, I bet he's gonna reset after that hand.
Yeah, there's a couple things. So yeah, you do have some of these rings. You want those moving platforms. You got to trigger them as soon as possible. So I think they start moving when you touch them. So make sure you land on the left side of them. Let's see. In general, pogoing slows you down. You lose a few frames when you pogo. So you always want to do a regular jump and not a pogo jump if you can. This spot that Toad is doing right here, he did it I think the safer way, but there's a little bit of hesitation that can be removed if you are willing to take a bit of a risk there.
Yeah, I think Rane did it right before, actually. You jumped into the enemy and you get hit, and I think if you do it right, you can actually just grab the chain right away, but you can also pogo
Yeah, you
off
can
of
grab
the
it right
enemy.
at the top, but I screwed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a spot that, because it's the first level in this goal, you may as well try to be, risky about it, but I don't know, it's a small difference.
Yeah, it's also a very small difference.
Yeah,
You
very
gotta
small
think about consistency.
Yeah, that's always
But
the question,
there
is
was
like,
something-
are you better off just doing something more consistent but slower and then getting more completed runs, or, playing it riskier but saving more time with each run that you do?
Oh, it was Launchpad. That's what I want to talk about. Launchpad
Yeah.
is a checkpoint. And you never want to talk to him ever, because all he does is ask you if you want to leave the level. So don't do that. But when you get there, he's a checkpoint if you die. And there is a little shortcut you can take to pogo off of a hand and get to the progress to the level a little ahead of the moving platform. it looks like, yep, we just saw Nasir go for it. It didn't turn out too good. But if he had managed to get Launchpad on the screen when he died, he would actually respawn right there. And I think it's still a little slower than if you don't die at all, but it, might not be something to reset over.
You're saying the Death Warp is going to lose you some time.
Yeah.
But it does refill your health, so that's the thing. If you care about health, I mean, I'd say in this goal, health is not going to be an issue. And there you see that
Maybe in
Nasir just put
Egypt.
it. What's that? Maybe in
Maybe
Egypt.
in Egypt.
But yeah, basically what happens with Launchpad is you scroll the screen just far enough that he's on the screen, and that's what the game considers a checkpoint.
Rane's beating me by 1 second again.
Yeah, you guys. So yeah, Toad's in first place with a 317, Rane with a 327, and Nasir with a 328. So we'll see. It's the battle for second place again.
Yeah, he beat me by like 1 second last run.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
Just squeezing out a victory.
I wonder if it would be possible to implement some kind of scoring system that takes into account the difference between the times, and even if that would be a good idea, but that would be interesting.
It would be interesting, but the problem with times is that it's not always a good indication of how far apart the players are, because
Exactly.
you can end up, getting a worse time because you decided you were going to play it more risky, Right, it's like when you see sports scores, you can't really tell, if the score is close, if that means the game was close or not, because it could just be that the person who was losing said decided they were gonna do something really risky, in order to make up the gap, and then they ended up failing it and making it look like the difference was more than it actually was.
Oh crap, what the hell did I just do?
Not to mention, if you get a DNF, it's like, what is that? Like
How do you count that?
Infinity
Sure.
points, I guess.
Right, and there's always just the general thing of how do you quantify, how much of a time difference is significant. Do you take the task time as the base time and then do some sort of logarithmic
Sliding
scaling
scale,
of it?
yeah.
Because the closer, the last 1 second you save is more work than the several minutes that you're saving, before that. Because as you get closer to optimum,
Yeah.
it's harder and harder. So I don't know how to.
Not
how
a,
you would
not a
even do
good
that.
idea. Interesting idea.
Yeah.
Not a good one. That's what I do here on the show. I'll be like, hey, how about this? And it's just like,
Right.
Nah.
It's like, how about I sing commentary for this entire match?
Actually, usually I come to you with an idea, and you're like, yeah, actually, I thought about that. And I was like, oh, really? So it's not stupid. Good.
Well, yeah, maybe that doesn't mean it's not stupid. I think of so many ideas, most of them have to be stupid.
Oh, shut up for a second. We got the RoboCop.
Finally, I'm so glad that this game, our theme song is playing, finally.
Everyone just sway back and forth.
Wistful sounds of RoboCop. Alright. So, okay, we talked a little bit about Scotland, some of the challenges in that. We haven't said much about Egypt so far,
Oh,
though.
we're halfway in and we haven't even
Well, that's half the goal is Egypt, so it's alright to wait halfway before we talk about it.
promise.
Let me see. This is definitely more straightforward. I think this is more straightforward than Scotland, but I could be just completely full of it.
I think you are. The weird platforms that you have to hang off of, I think, are
Oh, that's right. There's this little
Yeah.
pull-down platform bit.
very intensive on D-pad input, and it's easy to lose, half a second to a full second, depending on how they go. And Rain just demonstrated a way to lose over 2 seconds.
Yeah, Rain just demonstrated with it. That's a shame, because that's a very good run he's got going, too.
Yeah. And there is a visual cue for those platforms. There's like a strip of gray and black, I believe it is, and if you get the platform flush with those strips, then you have enough space to get in there.
Oh, looks like that wasn't a PB forum. Oh, is it? I think it was just because he had 3 splits instead of 4 splits on his thing.
Yeah, I'm looking for 328 or better. So.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see next time.
There is these. There's a couple spots in Egypt where it demonstrates how scrolling the screen upwards on ropes works. The Scrooge's top hat is what can scroll the screen if it gets up to the top, but you can very easily pogo way above the screen and kind of, up into the menu behind it or whatever. Or you get in front of it, yeah. And when you do that and then you grab a rope, it doesn't just automatically scroll. You have to go pretty high up, or maybe even, I guess, down and back up. That sometimes would be better too.
So you're saying you go over the top of the rope and you have to kind of come back down if you want to grab it? Or can you actually...
Yes.
Okay.
But you can also grab it, like, when you do grab it, you're higher up than you even need to be to scroll the screen. So the best thing to do is to actually grab it on the way up before you get to the menu.
That's interesting.
Yep, just one of those little ways to save time that are going to become important when you're losing by 1 second.
Stop giving them hints.
Alright, and then you saw Nasir doing the damage boost strat to get up onto that chain. It's a good strat there.
Also in Egypt, there are those bouncing sarcophagus guys, and I hate them. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a few places, I guess right before the pull down part, there's that one sarcophagus guy that it doesn't look like you can pogo off the top of, but you can. So I guess we'll point it out.
That guy.
Yeah, also
Even the
the
guy
screen,
underneath the arrow, look at that.
yeah, that screen that Rain's on right there, that guy, just making that fall so that you can do that part optimally is not obvious how to do that. Another thing I'm seeing that looks like it's players are losing a little bit of time on is when to hop off the rope. It seems like people are leaving the rope just a little bit later than they need to.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how early you can get off of those things and make it okay. It's part of how you can get through that sarcophagus guy without stopping.
Right.
And of course there's the boss. He is somewhat random where he appears
Yeah, I
in
guess-
the middle or the sides.
Yeah, he has 3 places that he can appear and 4 places that he can disappear into.
Yes, I think that's correct. You can hit him twice if you get him good and early on the first time, and then again as he's sinking into the sand. It's a little tough. I find you need to wait longer than you'd think. Even though you're seeing him sink down and you're like, he's getting away, I need to hit him. You can hit him when he's pretty far down there. Just
Almost
tag him
buried.
right in tag him right in the what did we call it, the coif?
Yeah,
This-
coif was the
this
word
pharaoh
for the
headdress.
the pharaoh headdress, right? But yeah, you should be able to get 2 hits per cycle, I guess, if you do that right.
I think if you get unlucky and like you're kind of sort of on one side of the screen, he appears on the other,
Oh,
you're
at
not
the-
going to get the 2 hits.
Yeah, if he's at the farthest point, that's right. I do remember those guys saying that during the tutorial. Alright, so we have 2 327s between Nasir and RaneOfSOTN. Looks like Nasir's is just slightly faster, 2 frames faster.
Wow.
2 frames apart. Take that. 2 frames apart.
3 frames?
2.
Okay.
I'll show him.
Just a couple frames separating those 2.
2 frames, it's enough.
It's more than 0 frames, so that's what matters.
Yep.
And there's no webby skip in this, so there's pretty much everything is worth going for in this one. Well, I guess the webby skip's always worth going for because there's no risk, but...
Still a fair chunk of time left, about 9 minutes.
Ooh, that sucks, missing that little open ceiling. Yeah, about 9 minutes left on the clock.
There's a secret in there that you can spot it by the tiles. The brick tiles actually continue all the way down. I never noticed that till someone pointed it out during the tutorial, and I was like, oh wow, look at that, yeah. Yeah, you get up there and you get ahead of your platform, the moving platform, and save a bit of time. But Scrooge's hitbox is so damn big, like it's every pixel you see has detection on it for hitboxes. So when he's his big feet that go all the way out to the sides, he can stand on something on the very, very tips of his big wide feet. So when you need to fit into a 2-tile gap, you need to be pretty dead on, really, to get in there.
His hitbox is, I think, either an entire 2 tiles wide or pretty close to it. I'd like to see what the hitbox looks like, but I bet it's a big, like, 2x2 block. I bet that's all. It's all one big hitbox.
32 by 32.
Yeah, 32 by 32. Well, we do SGL every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time or so. So make sure to tune in and follow the channel so that you'll see when we're live. We're still doing tutorials for the Big 20 race. Those are happening, continuing to happen. I think we've got like 6 or 7 more games to go, so we'll be trying to finish those all this week. And stay tuned for info about Thursday SGL, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be starting that very soon, Thursday evening SGL. Possibly even this coming week if I can just make sure to get enough players for it.
Yep, it'll focus on the mystery game aspect, where no one knows what's going on until just before, and you get an hour.
Right. So we get to see people with very short amount of time trying to cram in all the routing and strat finding that they can. So a test of those skills.
It also means if you've been interested in being on the show, but you're like, a whole week, I'm
an
busy adult
week.
person,
I don't know what my schedule
I
is.
work and I have kids, whatever. You only need an hour and a half, I guess, really, to
That's right.
to do a Thursday show.
Got just over 6 minutes left on the clock, guys. We're also, anyone, if you are interested in playing, we're also looking for players. We're always looking for new players for either the Saturday or for one of the Thursday shows. And if you would like to suggest games or goals for us to have on the show, please send us a message. Website is speedgaming.tv. You see the URL in the lower left corner there, and that's got info. Got links to all the info that you need, contact information, as well as results, standings, etc. Oh, looks like Nasir's getting. Oh, he came in with it was minus 32 going into that boss. That's got to be.
Invisible boss thing is like really hard to deal with.
Yeah, that's got to have been from an early splitting, though. Or from
Yeah, I
late
think
splitting. So he wasn't actually that far ahead, but...
I just got robbed, but whatever.
Let's see. Oh, it's not... Oh, wow. Yeah, he's got a great time coming in. Missed the 2 cycle. Missed the 2-hit cycle. Twice.
I only missed it once.
Oh, really? I thought the first time you missed it. It's hard for me to tell where the flicker is.
Nah, I hit him twice the first time. I hit him once the second time. I would have gotten on the third go, but you saw what happened.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad. Still enough time to do another run and then start another run after that.
Does anyone else find it hard to do really, really shallow pogos?
Oh, to not hit those spikes on the ceiling there?
No, I mean like when you're breaking the blocks for the thing.
Yeah, you have to... Don't you have to do it several frames in advance? Like, it takes some time for the pogo to take effect. Right?
Yeah, it is possible to jump, to not jump high enough for the pogo to come out, and you just kind of do these weird little hops. Of course, every time you hold the button too long, you go way up into the air, you gotta wait to come back down, so definitely a good, like, I don't know, half second to a second maybe to save with optimal block breaking pogo.
Alright, we're coming down to it. It looks like Toad just got a run in. He's now down to 313, give or take, so solidifying his lead. It is still a real tight race between RaneOfSOTN and Nasir.
Yeah, it's been a real treat to see these guys go at it.
Yeah, they've really matched this week.
Hey, I just picked one person, and that's the one person I'm going to be close to.
Look, the two of them have exactly... Oh, not exactly the same splits, but almost the same splits going right now. A less than 1 second green number on the first part, and they're both at plus 0.1 on the second.
Not see this guy at all.
Well, after this match is over,
Oh
we're
my
going to have a
God.
bonus game, too, so stick around for that. Oh, the groaning.
Oh,
I can't
the
see
boss
him.
invisibility
Yeah.
really screwed him over there. Because you don't know which way he's gonna go. Well, yeah, no, he totally can just turn around or keep going, so if you can't see him, that totally sucks. Damn. We should do a little research. Try to figure out why that happens, and if there's any way to fix it.
Yeah, we had, when Author Blues was on the other week, we tried a couple different things to change the settings to make it not flash, or not turn invisible, but I think we ever found anything that worked for him.
No. Maybe there's like a monitor setting that people could do, if it is a monitor issue.
I feel like it's got to be a refresh rate issue on the screen. That's my guess.
But we'll get back to that at some
Yeah,
other time,
some other
because it
time.
looks like we're getting down
We're at
to
the
it.
almost the exciting conclusion of this match here. With less than 20 seconds left. Pretty soon these players are going to have to make a decision.
Did I pull back ahead of Nasir or not?
You are ahead of him by less than a second.
Okay. I just need to know, because when you do the reset, I gotta make a call.
Alright, oops. It's time for last call on resets. Now's your chance to do it. And
Alright, well,
window of
let's let it roll.
opportunity closed. So now these players are stuck with whatever run they've got. No more resetting past this point. Toad is most of the way through a run. He's looking at green numbers right now, so that's good. The other two still in Scotland. Rane's got the boss knocked out, and he's looking about on par with his PB. But right now the burden is on Nasir to try to make up that just over 1 second.
Toad got a pretty uncooperative boss pattern there.
Yeah, I see that. He lost a bit of time. Alright, so no improvement on Toad's last run. Nasir finishes the boss. And let's see what his time is. Okay, he's about broken even. So both of these guys are pretty close to their PBs going into Egypt.
Yep. I don't want to say anything more. I just want to watch.
Don't want to spoil anything. Yeah, these pull down things make me nervous.
Mm-hmm. Because you gotta down to get off of it, left, then pogo, make sure you're far enough left that you don't hit the thing on the way up,
Yeah.
and then right once you get up there, the D-pad movement has to be pretty precise.
Sure, and then you worry that you maybe didn't pull it down far enough, and then you have to go back, and that's a reset right there. All right, so RaneOfSOTN takes off 2.5 seconds, it looks like, from his PB. So a very solid time for him.
Nasir's got a great run.
He's
going
got a
into
great
the
run
boss
going.
fight.
Let's see what happens.
This is
think he got a double
nerve-wracking
hit.
when I can't
Oh
watch
my
the
God.
screen.
Oh,
Oh,
Well-
death. That would have been, I think he probably would have got it. Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
it would have been super close. I don't know. He might have gotten it if that had not happened.
Invisible boss too strong.
Man.
That was a valiant attempt. Man, the way you guys matched up would have made for a pretty good show. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
he really did.
Well, thank you guys for having me on the show. Unfortunately, I have to dip because I'm not at home.
Yeah. Thanks for doing it, even though you weren't around. I'm sure it was a bit more work for you to have to tether to your phone to do this, but I'm glad you were able to do it.
4GOP.
Yeah. All right. I'm just
Well,
getting.
thank you guys
to all
again,
our
sirs.
runners.
GG.
Good games, everyone.
Yeah, you should all. Everyone should follow these runners. Follow them on Twitch and see the various things that they do.
Alright, thank you guys.
Yep. Thanks for being here.
You'll definitely see more DuckTales 2 on Toad's stream in the near future, as it's part of the Big 20 coming up May 2nd.
We're actually going to do a tutorial for one of the Big 20 games coming up in less than an hour now, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's 51 minutes from now. We're going to do Gunsmoke with Zyre, so check that out. Let's go. I just put the bonus game up, guys, so if anyone who wants to stick around and play the bonus game, go and check on your dashboard. But I'm going to bring up the overall match results so we can take a look at that. That's not the one I wanted.
Don't think I've ever heard of this game.
There it is. Okay, so here's the results for this episode. Looks like Toad swept, RaneOfSOTN swept second place, and Nasir swept third place. Some very very similar looking matchups. But okay, so match 1, yeah, Toad was in first place, and RaneOfSOTN and Nasir very close, 1 second apart from each other. Match 2 was actually our least close match, so pretty strong separation between the players. And then match 3, we're back to Rane and Nasir being neck and neck the whole time, except on his final run, Rane happened to bring home big enough improvement to take to solidify second place there. So congratulations, Toad, for sweeping the competition.
Yep, a very strong, strong
first showing.
appearance.
Yeah.
I told you he was good. You gotta be good to win the Big 20.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's see. Yeah, they're putting up the bonus game now. This is doesn't count for any points, but we do like to have a fun game, to something at the end to sort of throw some variety in the mix.
Well, sometimes fun is in quotation marks.
Sometimes, well, it's always fun for me. I pick games that I think would be fun to see you guys play. But this time the bonus game is going to be Guerilla War.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh,
this guy.
looks like Commando.
It's a Commando-like game, yes. You saw the boats and you thought it was going to be Cobra Triangle, didn't you? But no.
Why did I just lose 500 points? Why am I losing points?
I think there's hostages and you're shooting them.
Oh, take no prisoners.
Well, you can play that way if you want.
I guess.
Your score's not going to be very high. But why would that matter?
Speedrunners love scores.
Right. In. The thing that says in, you want to go in.
Oh. Nah.
Okay, fine.
I'm trying to update the game.
Yeah, try a couple times. You'll get it.
Oh, we spawned
Because
early,
I know
super
someone
fast.
out there is like, God damn it, I wish
What
someone
is
would
this?
play Guerrilla Wars.
Do you want to play
Every
Guerrilla
day.
War? You should. Take Rain's
Oh,
spot.
I don't know. Commando was pretty bad.
This is a way better game than Commando. This is like 10 times better than Commando and 150 times better than Ikari Warriors. Like, if you want a Commando or Ikari Warrior style game that's actually fun to play, Guerrilla War is your game. It is legitimately, you know, as far as this genre of game goes, I think one of the better ones on the NES.
Oh wow, there's a tank.
Oh,
I haven't figured out physics of like blowing up like some of these barriers with the tank. Oh, it's on Bison.
Anyway, you guys, or viewers, if you want to stick around and watch the Gunsmoke tutorial, that's what we're going to be doing next. It's happening in about 45 minutes. We're going to have Zyron, and he's going to talk about Gunsmoke and teach me how to play it, which is the point of all these tutorials, to teach me how to play the games.
I really wanted to do well for the marathon, so I thought I would get the experts for every game to
every
do a
game.
personal tutoring session.
Exactly.
This boss is actually no joke. Uh-oh. I'm supposed to kill this helicopter, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Just
If
check.
it's in a video game, yes, you're supposed to kill the helicopter.
Yeah, helicopters in real life are good, and you don't want to hurt them, but in video games, helicopters are evil.
This is not an easy game.
no, it is not.
It isn't. I think Whitman Price has the record for this.
You're kidding. It's way better than Commando.
Yeah, it's like if
By
that
far.
if Commando was made by people who actually cared about what they were doing, it might turn out like this.
I like how they have like a sign that says fortress, let me know I'm in their fortress.
And then another one that says farm.
So how do you... Oh, you have to grenade.
with those suspicious-looking plants. What are those things supposed to be? What are they growing on that farm?
What the?
Are grenades unlimited?
Are grenades unlimited? I believe they are.
Just like in real life.
Yeah. Just like in real life, a tank is something that's just barely bigger than a human.
Well, because if I had a fortress, I would leave tanks lying around the place all the time.
The guys will surrender. Look at that. The enemies. You see that? They stood up and like put their hands in the air, and you shot them anyway.
And I run them over.
You ran them over with your tank.
No, in. What? I got in and then I got out. What? Oh, you got to A. Oh, the tank has acceleration.
Oh no, I'm out of continues. No!
What is L? I don't know. I'm not gonna stop to find out.
Laser. Video games have taught me anything.
Blows up the barriers for you.
It's like the Contra episode where you just like guerrilla warfare in jungles all day.
Yeah, it's the top-down Contra.
Am I lagging the game with my shots? I bet I am.
Yeah, probably the more stuff that explodes, the slower it all is.
Oh. The bridge just gave out. But then they give you another tank, because they know that was cheap.
Dying costs you exactly 0.3 seconds in this game.
What's your power-ups though? Which is,
What is the deal with this boss? He's just standing there while I shoot a tank at him point blank.
It's a tiny tank, though. He's probably confused by it.
That's
Is that an RC car? What is that? Oh, it's a tank?
This kind of hurts a little bit. Maybe I should get out of the way of this. What even is the goal?
2 stages.
One stage and then the next stage. Okay. You have landed successfully on the island. Fight to take over the capital.
I think this is a pretty short run. Let me see.
Game over.
15. It's just under 16 minutes is the world record.
It took me like 3 minutes just to like finish the first boss.
Yeah. The world record run, I think, does these 2 stages in between 2 and 3 minutes, I believe.
It's not even possible. I've been holding up the whole time.
It's like 2.5 minutes, I think.
Oh, that's why you don't shoot on the bridge. Gotcha. No, come on. Oh. Why? What is... Okay. We're good. We're through. Even though my tank is so small, it's a little unwieldy. Oh shit, what? Something... Did a chicken just blow up my tank? What happened there?
Yeah, it looks like 2.5 minutes is the record run for these 2 levels. Out of how many levels, I wonder? Looks like about 8 levels, I think, something like that.
God, these sandbags are so obnoxious. What is T? Oh. Yeah, that's a good thing. I want that, I think. Oh, shit. Was that it? Nope, that was a mini-boss. Oh shoot, I think your ammo of the special weapons is limited. Oh, a dude just like jumped on top of me.
Who designed this tank that can shoot like spread fire from its cannon? There's some amazing engineers.
I don't know what this song is, but it's groovin'. What? Oh my god, my tank is just shooting fire now. It's just like a giant flamethrower. You were right. This game is fucking cool.
It's a fun game.
Please still have continues.
Yeah, I think I found it because PJ and I were looking for 2-player co-op games, and I believe that this is simultaneous co-op, if I remember correctly.
Oh god, that must be so much chaos.
Oh yeah, a lot of chaos, a lot of lag. But the other reason I picked this is because I wanted something to sort of lead into Gunsmoke. I was just going to give you guys Gunsmoke as the bonus game, but I thought that'd be kind of lazy. So I figured we'd do something that's that kind of thing and then move into that.
I think I did it. Yeah.
So are you guys like actually clearing stuff, or are you just like running past everything? Because I'm not having success with either.
Bit of both. I definitely don't, like, if it's not in front of me, I don't kill it.
Yeah, the problem I had was always forgetting to throw the grenades at the right time, and then you walk up to the barrier and you can't pass
Yes.
through it, and then you gotta back up and throw your grenade. You don't have that problem with the tank though, because that just blasts everything as it goes.
Yeah. Basically, your success is determined almost entirely by how well you do with the tank. Oh, I'm in the water. And I'm roasting hostages. The water was not enough to save him. I'm just playing on. I'm not really too interested in optimizing
Oh, I have the wrong people.
the time.
Mythical, you're in the water right now.
Yeah.
Toad is the one who just reset.
Yes.
I had these backwards. Okay.
What is that blinking gem? Oh, well, I'm dead now.
Things like a mine.
Was it a mine?
Oh,
Those blue things you step on, like those the green flashing squares. Aren't they like mines?
yeah, that's a mine. You're right.
I like how running over hostages in a tank gives you points. Doesn't kill him or anything.
Oh man, this is not like Commando. The other guys are faster than you. They can just run up behind you and shank you in the back. Oh, the lag. Oh, the lag is extreme. This game is 10 times more fun when you have a tank.
Yes. You want to just get the tank and keep it as long as you can. I forget what the criteria is for the tank running out.
It might be hits.
I think it's damage.
I think it's damage? Okay.
Yeah.
This helicopter boss is actually kind of hard. Or
I'm on a
maybe...
boat. Oh, it's no fair. They're just jumping on me. They don't even shoot the gun. They just... They're like Mario.
Is this a submarine? I guess that's a submarine.
I think so. Who's this yellow guy? The relish unit was was taken out by a single man, so they had to send in the mustard crew.
What?
The guys were all green, and now they're yellow. Now there's red. Here comes ketchup.
It's condiment war.
Yeah, just-
So you can walk in the water? Interesting.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
that
Jesus
was
has
God,
arrived.
that was like Bionic Commando level violence when that guy died. Wow. That was a mini boss. Also, some awesome stuff is going on in Rainwave. It's a remix of what might be my famous NES, my favorite NES track ever. Oh shit.
Oh, that
Okay, no, it was just a continuation of the same boss. Just a dude on a turret waiting back there.
I don't think this guy is realizing I'm shooting him from behind.
Wait, he can't even hit you if you just stand in the right spot. Wait, what's going on now? This is dumb. Level complete. You broke into the first enemy base. The enemy's defense gets stronger and stronger. If you destroy the coal mine, you will have the advantage. Man, you gotta read fast. I'm a pretty fast reader, but... Oh, tank. Yes. Oh, there's a dude in a minecart shooting fireballs out of a bazooka. And a helicopter just landed on me? What? This game is insane.
Would be easier with strafing.
Oh, I did it.
I think there's unlimited continues.
No, you definitely run out.
Oh, you
Really?
do?
Because I feel like I've used quite a lot.
Looks like
My first
Nasir,
run, I eventually ran out.
you finished level 2 though?
Yeah.
Nice. Looks like Toad did as well.
I think I'm on level 4?
Alright, overachiever.
It's fun.
Yeah.
If it was one of those terrible games that feasel makes us play,
Eh.
I would have been in and out.
Yep. This looks like it'd be a fun blind race, but the lack of continue or the not unlimited continues would be a problem. I love the explosion of that truck that Toad just killed there. That was just excessive. Nate's just gonna do it.
Yeah, well, I killed a man, and that's what happened. That very same explosion.
You killed a person and you got that
Just
explosion.
a single man, and it was just a spray of fire and blood.
Wow.
Wait, what? How do I... Oh, you can squeeze through there. That's bizarre. Oh shit, what is this? Some kind of insane bulldozer? With these two guys? This is hilarious.
It's very silly, the Bulldozer twins.
It's like something out of Wacky Races. The Bull Brothers are at it again. Oh god, he's so fast! Oh, he's throwing me around! Oh Jesus! Let me go! Oh my
You're
god!
being spun by your feet.
Oh, it's the end of the level!
That was really silly.
You entered into the mine. I thought he threw me over the mountain. What? Oh geez, now it's like an auto-scroller and I'm shooting hostages. Why?
Of course it has to have a minecart
wow,
level.
look at that faux mode 7 going on. Jesus.
Wow, it is fake mode 7. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Go faster and slower? When did this game come out? It had to be like
90s for sure.
93 or something. This is the next episode. We've already put the voting on. But the one after that is gonna be this 7 times.
Wow.
Just
this is-
disregard all the votes and just like put this.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get out of this thing, right? I don't think.
it
Oh,
doesn't-
look, I got a lasso! That's how I get the prisoners! You lasso them!
You can lasso the prisoners from a minecart.
And then it just blows up. You're like, alright, let's go. Uh-oh. It's the catch-up crew. Give me the... What the L?
Oh, so power-ups aren't cumulative. Got it.
Oh, you do have unlimited continues? Huh.
Yeah, I've
Really?
used like 7 or 8 at this point, so.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it sent me back to like the start screen.
Oh,
Maybe I was
you can
mashing.
Twinge said
accidentally
that-
choose quit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Twinge mentioned that you can accidentally choose quit instead of continuing.
that might have been what I was. Well, because I've been mashing like A and B the whole time, so.
Yeah, I could have done it.
I ran right up to the prisoner and then shot him in the face.
I'll teach him for getting caught.
That's what you get for getting in my way. Wait, what? I don't... Oh, you can go to the side. Oh my god, it's scrolling horizontal. Oh god, I got run over by a tank. Suddenly the lag stopped, so everything starts moving really fast, and then there's a tank, and it just fucking...
Yeah, it just
Hey.
dies on you.
Alright, well there's unlimited continues, so I think I'm just gonna fucking beat this game, assuming I can get it done before the tutorial.
I think you can. I think you may be at the end of the game almost. Let me just go.
It's a
I'm gonna
good
look
waste
this.
of.
Huh?
It was a good waste of $60 back in the 80s. Just beat it in
If
like
I was a
a
kid,
30-minute
I
session.
I would have actually beaten it since you can just continue all the time. I was never a very patient kid.
Seems like a waste of money.
Oh no, you got 2 more levels to go after this one.
Oh, the tanks are chasing me. Oh, it's their back! Oh no! Or, oh yes? Oh god, he threw me right down the hole. The enemy is throwing you underground.
Who made this game?
SNK?
Don't know what I expected.
Have you guys found any kind of bunkers or anything? I know, like in Commando, there were things you could go in and find items in there, and then you exit and proceed on with the level.
Yeah,
It's
like that, but I'm also not looking too hard.
yeah, there may be. I don't know what kind of secrets there are here.
I just shot a rat for 1,000 points. So that's
Shouldn't have
pretty
snitched.
cool. Snitches get stitches.
Where is this submarine that there's floating crates all around it? It's like the Boston Tea Party is happening. And this
is-
farm, I still can't get over this farm.
Farm. It's the old farm family farm. God, they just run right into you.
And you continue right from where you left off?
Yeah,
It's pretty handy.
I don't know what that C does. It seems to lag the game is what it does.
Oh, with the good old lag power up.
What about N? I don't think I've seen N before. Oh, don't die. I want to pick it up. It's 1,000 points. Great.
Completely worth it.
What did you think it was
And
going to
for
be? Like a
nothing.
gun upgrade or something?
Some kind of weapon. Am I doing something wrong? Am I supposed to just move on here? Can I go through this door?
Yeah, maybe try one of the doors or the pipes.
What? Oh,
There's a
It's
ladder.
all blown up. It's blown up.
Aren't there ladders in the top, in
It
the
blew up.
corners?
It blew
Oh,
up.
you blew it up. Alright, cool. You just needed to shoot enough guys, and eventually...
Ice cube from the underground.
Yeah, eventually the whole sewer explodes because you killed enough people. That's how it is.
Pretty sure a chicken just killed me.
Yeah, that happened to me.
Yeah, there was a pig that looked pretty dangerous too. I think these farm animals should be avoided.
They did say farm. We should have known.
Right.
You thought an ordinary farm would be manned by such soldiers? No, this is a war farm. Oh, this rocket just nailed me right in the head.
The finest war chickens are bred.
The game was released in Japan as Guevara.
Oh, I went to shoot the helicopter and it flew away, and so I burned 2 prisoners. What silly thing is Rainwave playing now? Sometimes you can just tell that it's some weird 8-bit chiptune remix of something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think pop songs sound a bit different than game music, even when done with the same instrumentation.
Oh, it looks like this is some kind of original work. Oh yeah, chat got it. War pigs.
So this would be a fun game to have on as have on SGL as a regular goal.
It'd work well as a mystery game goal too, since you can't die. Oh god.
Well, it work as a mystery game goal because I think you could probably acclimate to it pretty quickly. Yeah, as a main game, I don't know how people would feel about doing like a top-down shooter as a main game goal. Those are really hard things to optimize.
I don't think I would have enjoyed this as a main game.
As a main game, no, because you'd probably be focused on the lag, and it would just be, really hard to understand how to optimize it.
Right.
Sort of similar situation with Jackal when we had Jackal on the show.
Yeah, I seem to recall Jackal was not received terribly well.
No, yeah, it's just because the pathing is pretty simple. Once you kind of get that figured out, then it's just a matter of, realizing that you gotta kill certain arrangements of enemies or else the game lags out, and no one really likes to just, optimize things by reducing lag as your only method of making the game faster.
Also, the English in this game is, like, impeccable.
Impeccable. That's a good word.
Can I kill this guy? I can.
Just a reminder, we got the Gunsmoke tutorial about to happen in about 20 minutes.
We're all too busy playing Guerrilla War.
Yeah, I was gonna say 20 minutes or until
Right.
beat Guerrilla War.
That's going to take us some time to set it up, so it's fine. You'll have time to beat Guerrilla War. Toad's going to give you a run for your money, though.
My D-pad thumb is getting sore.
Yeah, in games like this where it's just omnidirectional D-pad movement, it tends to make my thumb sore too. It's much easier to have a game where you're just primarily holding forward.
Yeah.
Like
Well, there's
Smash
also
TV
you gotta
too.
do a lot of like dodging around enemies, so you're constantly moving your thumb like in wide circles are all around the D-pad.
Uh-oh, what do you do when you blow up the bridge? Oh, you just gotta get out of your tank, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I was rolling along the bridge like this is cool, and then I don't know. I saw something and I shot it, and everything went wrong.
I think they expect it though, because they give you a tank right on the other side of that bridge.
Yep.
So they're clearly that's meant to be a teaching moment.
I just
These
love stage
bulldozer
transition.
brothers are back, but they don't shoot
Yeah.
forward.
They just toss you into the next level.
Yeah, Twinge, that's a good point. It's less of an issue when you're playing on keyboard. You have other kinds of repetitive motion injury from playing on keyboard, but not sore D-pad thumb. That's one you won't deal with.
Oh my god, how much health? Too much health. That's how much health. Finally. Alright. Are they gonna get out of their tank and do something to me again? Nope.
That explosion is just excessive.
You destroyed the base. You must face the final battle with the leader.
Whoa!
Because this is the final level.
Break into the palace, which looks like Greek ruins.
Yep. Final boss is Socrates.
Right. He's hanging out with some goats on an olive farm.
Sure is cool how I don't have to kill anything.
You just walk right past him. But the lag, though.
Well, shooting also creates lag, and then I think also death explosions add lag. I don't know. I don't know. Oh god.
Well, your tank starts flashing before it blows up, and if you don't leave, you like die apparently.
Or you gotta get out of the tank before it explodes. That's true.
Yeah.
Gotta do a metal slug crash or whatever it's called.
Why did I just
I think
pick
I
up a
broke,
shroom?
I broke into the palace. Oh my god, the palace is like a war palace.
Not just any palace, it's a war palace.
Yes.
Of course.
And look at him up there. He's got this like, look at his face. Stupid, grinning at me. These turrets. You jerk. I'll blow up your damn palace. Wipe that smile off your face. What you got now? Oh god, now he's attacking me. He's way worse than the turrets were. What is he doing? He's dead. Is he dead? Oh, oh, he does a little wiggle with his legs. And, oh, but he's dead. Congratulations.
There will be peace in the country. The long, hard battles are over. That's good news.
That's it.
That's it. Alright, I'll be back in just a minute. I gotta take care of something real quick.
Alright.
These credits are awesome. This game is so polished.
Polished.
Yeah. It's got all these like unnecessary little touches that they really didn't have to put in, but they did.
What is this mushroom? Is this one up?
Well, I think it's your face.
Yeah,
I think
it's your face.
it's a one-up, I guess, probably.
Why is
The
my
end.
face a mushroom?
Okay, there's a grenade, a hat, and oh, it's like a bandolier. I thought it was like a spine. I was like, Jesus. Let's see if it's one of those credits where no matter what you do, it just stays on the end forever. Yep. So that you can go call your friends and be like, no, I totally did it.
Gives you time to find a camera to submit your score.
Yep. Mail it off to Nintendo Power.
So much lag on this last stage, holy crap.
Oh, you got all those tanks off screen. I think. Oh no, wait, that was a different part.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome.
Hello.
So
Hi.
this bulldozer guy has a ton of fucking health, and you don't have any power-ups like I didn't. But you seem to be taking him down faster, a lot faster than I did.
Mash A and B and hope.
Yeah. Well, I was dancing around with my thumb was getting all sore. I should have just got up next to him.
Oh, that wasn't the last stage, oh my. Oh my goodness.
They don't share your points until the end of the game. Does it motivate
You
you to
can
save
hit
these
select and
prisoners?
see him, I think.
Oh, okay.
The heck? Oh, okay.
You're probably gonna want to. Oh nope, you scrolled him off screen and they're gone. Okay. I killed all 4 of those things.
Oh. I missed the tank. Oh.
So this submarine, do I just like killing these guys that keep popping out? Oh, okay, never mind, the yellow dude popped out.
Yeah, that's what I said. The relish unit gets wiped out, so they send in the mustard brigade. Then Captain Ketchup comes out.
may have superior numbers, but what do you know of unlimited continues?
There he is. Now watch what happens when he dies. Look at that. Victory. Let me actually check Skype because we're supposed to be coordinating a tutorial in a moment here.
So my question is, if this is an island, why didn't I just land the boat closer to the palace?
Sharks.
Oh. Quite.
Don't think about it too hard.
So I like how, like, when you get close and they surrender and you touch them and you die.
I love games with credits with like nicknames and stuff because they didn't want their real names to be known so that other companies couldn't just like pick them up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always wondered why they always used like obviously fake looking names in credits for things, and I didn't realize.
Boo Boo.
Right.
Oh, you know him.
Everyone knows Uncle Boo Boo.
Yeah. My favorite uncle during holiday reunions.
Right. Dr. Key. In Legacy of the Wizard, I guess. Dr. Key.
Alright, I think I'm done with this.